We've just arrived at the Glenturret distillery. We cannot wait for the tour.
Stuart, our tour guide, is going to be taking us around the whole distillery. He's going to be showing us the entire process for the Glenturret from barley to bottle. We're here at Inverarity Morton's Evolution 2023. We're about to go inside. It looks bouncing in there. Let's go.
Come and join us. Let's see what we can have to drink. Whiskey Slayer, congratulations!
Unbelievable! Cannot believe it, Mel. Congratulations.
Join Whisky Club at the Scotch Malt Whisky Society.
I think Andrew's inside waiting for us. We're going for a tour. Let's do it.
We're in, we're live.
We're in. Hello.
Hello.
Woo.
Hello. Drop a comment, let us know that you can hear us. We're looking good on that one.
Looks great. We look
This
great.
one's a little slower. Almost a sellout tonight. Only the ultimate Scotch Malt Whisky Society cash have tickets left. Yes.
Oh.
And we've got a loyal 40% off tickets available right now. And what can you win?
These 12, is that 12 bottles of whiskey?
How many?
12 bottles!
12 bottles of whiskey. 12 bottles of whiskey, but it doesn't stop there. There's a huge Scotch Malt Whisky experience coming up. We've got...
Who is that?
Who's this guy? Who's this guy?
How you doing, guys?
We've got Andrew here. Big welcome to Andrew. Andrew, actually, is part of the Whisky Club community.
No, he watches, which you've just found out. He watches, enters the freebies.
Haven't won anything yet. Well, I'm going to keep trying.
Who's all here? Has everyone got your tasting pack ready? Andrew's going to talk us through our whiskey tasting. But first, who is Andrew?
Tell you a little bit about myself. So, my name's Andrew. I've been working with the Scotch Malt Whisky Society for about 5 years now. I started in the bar down at the Vaults in Leith, which is the home venue of the Scotch Malt Whisky Society, founded in 1983 by Pip Hills. So I was there for about 2 years. And then I went into becoming a brand ambassador for the society. So I do tastings, I do whiskey festivals all around the country. By day, I'm a senior brewer with Cold Town, which has just been a cracking 2 years of graft and hard work, sweat and tears, and a lot of damn good beer. But
Come into the shop a little bit.
But
Nice
yeah,
beer.
so,
Nice beer.
very, very good beer.
Very
Cracking
good
beer.
Good stuff.
But
You did a good job.
for the past year, I've actually been on the tasting panel as well. It's been great fun. I'll tell you a little bit more about what the tasting panel is and, you know, where we come up with all these wonderful poetic names and how we designate them into flavour profiles.
It's a ChatGPT.
So first of all, let's see who we've got with us. Who's joining us
Can
tonight?
I also ask, make sure, who's got this ready? This bad boy. Make sure you've got this in front of you. Make sure you've got a Glencairn, a couple of Glencairns, and 5 Glencairns maybe, if you want 5 Glencairns, if you want to do some comparisons. If you'd like some water to go into your whiskey, we've got some water in a pipette here. We might be putting some water into ours at some point. We might be talking a bit about the impact of water in the whiskies. If you want some water, grab some water, make sure you're all set up and ready to go.
Yes, nicely put. So who's joining with us? Linda. I agree. Linda says it's a great selection of whiskey.
Let's get some lights on the stream.
Lynn saying, hi everyone and good luck. Jim Gray's all ready. Jim's
ready.
Tasting kit ready. Graham here and ready to get started. Hello, Andrew. Hi everyone.
Gordon Brown's here.
Good evening, Prime Minister.
He's actually just watching along tonight.
He is.
He's just watching.
Oh, he's not drinking?
Nah, he drank his on Saturday.
Ah, couldn't wait. Could he?
To be fair, I can't understand it, but I can't understand it with Gordon because Gordon tunes in, he watches, he gets
every drop.
involved, and then he's like, oh, I didn't realise there was a tasting to go along with it. I thought it was pretty obvious. Apologies to anybody else that's tuned the same frequency as Gordon and has drank yours early, but
We have done this format before, more than once.
yes.
So it's like, if you're a regular, I would like to think, maybe we need to do a better job of communicating. Maybe. It's us. Maybe it's us. I would like to think it was clear what was expected.
Well,
So-
there's plenty more with that.
Yeah. If you drank your pack, watch along and enjoy. There's plenty of, there's 48 or something prizes tonight. There's nearly 50 prizes. We're going to have to spin the wheel quite a lot.
Yes.
So we're going to be spinning a lot. It's going to be fast paced. I'll be taking notes. Don't worry. You don't need to have a notepad and paper. I'll take notes. I'll remember all the winners. So don't worry. But we will be spinning a lot. Make sure you're in www.whiskyclubuk.com. Loyal 40 for your discount. Get in there. You've got to up your odds with that discount, man. It's wild.
I think we should have a dram,
Should we get the drum going?
get a dram, get going. We'll get a few questions, find out a bit more about the society,
Absolutely.
but this time not when we're a little parched.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, need a little
Have we trying to get us started?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's crack into the first dram. So, those of you who still have your tasting packs nice and full. Sorry, Gordon. You should have 5 drams in your tasting pack here. They might be a bit muddled up in terms of running order. So how I would suggest it is we start with this one here. Maybe you can see that from here, but it is the
Very aptly named.
so Into the Shed 1266.
Into the Shed.
Into the Shed.
So this is a 12-year-old Speyside single malt, fully matured, a second fill ex-red wine barrique. So I think this is a good one to start off the palate. You know, you don't want to make it too easy for your palate. You want to give it a little bit of a nudge into the tasting, and then we'll go up in terms of richness, smoke, complexity, things like that as we go along.
Nice.
We'll start with this one here. So 58.8%. These are all cask strength whiskies, except from the Smokus Fruticosus, which we'll get into a bit later.
Nice.
But these are all cask strength whiskies. So that's what we do at SMWS, is we bottle them at cask strength out of one single cask. So each of the bottles here, each of the bottles behind us here, they're all, you know, it will say outturn 1 of 251, and that just means it's one bottle out of 251 that we managed to get out of that cask.
Nice.
So very exclusive stuff. When it's gone, it's gone. But we do release a good 25 of these single malt bottlings every month. So members are kept very interested and on their toes.
Nice.
So Into the Shed.
A lot of whiskey.
A lot of whiskey.
A lot of whiskey.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, with a whiskey club that's pushing into 40,000 members around the world, you do need to keep them all interested. But we've got about 18,000 members in the UK alone, constantly growing. And we've got 4 members' rooms around the UK. We've got 2 here in Edinburgh, one of which we're in just now. This is the Queen Street venue, 28 Queen Street. We've got the Vaults, which is where I used to work. That's down in Leith, and that's the starting point of this beautiful whiskey club.
Gorgeous building.
Absolutely gorgeous. It's just a big living room, basically. Very comfy. Fire's
Love
on
that
in the
place.
winter.
It's actually the perfect winter spot.
Yeah.
It really is. It's had a nice refurb as well. It's looking spanking, lovely place.
And somebody will be winning a trip to the Vaults, a 2-night stay at the Vaults, along with these bottles, dinner, and a private whiskey tasting. A private whiskey tasting. Wow. Tonight, somebody's winning it, so make sure you're involved for that. And this is just a little taster of what you get as a society member, eh?
Absolutely, yeah. So a lot to keep you in the society, a lot to keep you interested. We'll start off with this one here. So in your tasting pack, you should have a little black envelope with the tasting notes on them if you're interested. But for the sake of spontaneity, we'll just come up with them on the spot, because you can never tell somebody what they're going to taste, really. These are more just guidelines, what the tasting panel have come up with. So 12-year-olds...
Tasting panel.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, when you read some of the tasting notes, they do get a bit far-winded, but it just makes you think, you know, what are you tasting? It's not just whiskey. What are the differences and complexities in that dram? But again, really like lovely, spicy, dark fruits. This would be really nice with a dark ale. Maybe that's the brewer in me that's coming out with that. But This would be really nice with a dark ale if you're into that sort of thing. But a lot of really dried red fruits, nice spicy caramel, very rich. So what I would do with this one, because for me it's the first dram of the night. I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you guys at home. You might be well into your evening. It is a Sunday after all.
Absolutely.
But yeah, just have enough to coat the palate, because it is quite strong, it's quite hefty. Have enough to coat the palate, and then if you feel like it needs water, definitely add a little drop or two. Well, I mean, you can never really tell how much water to add until you taste it yourself.
Nice, I like that. That's quite often a question we get asked: how much water should you add? There's no right or wrong answer.
Absolutely, and it doesn't need to be water. This is something I say to all of our members. You know, if you like to pour ginger ale into your whiskey, that's how I got into whiskey. I'm from the north of Scotland, so I was very young. I was about 9 or 10 maybe. It was just every Christmas I would get less and less ginger ale, more and more whiskey, until it was just neat whiskey.
Nice.
Well, that's how I went into it. But
nice story.
Yeah, it was a nice one. Very wholesome Speyside story.
Nice.
Sweet and woody, says TikTok Steve. Guys, let's get some notes in. Let's get some start nosing, start tasting. Let us know what you're getting. Just anything that comes to mind, anything you're getting at all across your palate.
Yes.
It's all correct.
You heard it from the horse's mouth. Andrew's on the tasting panel and he said to himself, there's no wrong answer. It's what you're getting. How can somebody take that out? Take that away from you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A little bit of advice, if you're struggling to come up with your own tasting notes, don't just think about flavours. It's a good thing to think about experiences or things that it just reminds you of. It might be a very personal thing, like when you were last at the beach and you dropped your ice cream in the sand and you went for it anyway, but that's not what I'm tasting out of this. It's just, I've done that before.
Harvey's granddad's pig cupboard is the infamous tasting note that we all, that anybody who's watched us more than once knows about on the Springback 10. So that's a perfect example of that, that experience-led sort of tasting rather than like flavours, like you say.
Yeah, so what's everyone getting? Brent's getting a sweet smell like caramel. I get a bit of that.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
And is it the sherry that gives it that?
So this is a red wine barrique, second Phil X red wine barrique. So you're getting a bit of the colour from that. But red wine, you do get a slight bitterness to it, depending on what the red wine is, of course. But you do get very rich dried fruits. It's not quite as tannic and drying as, say, like an Oloroso cask. It will be a little bit sweeter, a little bit more of the red fruits, red velvet cake maybe. But I think this is, as I say, because it is my first whiskey of the evening, it is a little bit strong for me. So I'm just going to do a tiny little drop of water just to open it up, release it a little bit, take that astringency and that tang off of the tongue.
Also worth noting, tonight there are 41 prizes that can be won. So you've got a great chance. It's not just one prize for your ticket tonight. There's 41 opportunities for you to win.
Yep. Ashley Bill Blimmin' Eck. That's a warm one to start off. Pretty, definitely, but warm.
Good, Ashley. Nice, very nice.
It smells amazing. Like the cards, do you get these for all the bottles in the Scotch Malt Whisky Society?
So you don't get the cards specifically. What you do get, I'll use this as an example. So you'll get a lot of information on the bottles. What it won't tell you is the distillery, and there's a reason behind that. But you will get a tasting note on this. So, for example, this one says, cold smoke plums, cherries and seared venison wrapped in wax paper. Kind of goes on like that for all of the whiskies, and that's what us on the tasting panel will come up with. We'll basically be sitting around the table, 3 or 4 of us, going through a couple of samples. We decide whether it's ready to be bottled or not. If not, we'll just keep it in the cask. But if it is, we'll try and come up with names, such as, I've forgotten the name of this already, Into the Shed.
Into the Shed, yeah. So interestingly, Graham and Stubo both got leather, warm leather, and then Stubo got leather armchair and an iron ship's anchor. Absolutely love that from Stubo. That's brilliant. A little bit of marzipan. I'm pretty actually. That's quite nice. I get. Yeah, that's nice.
Like a sweet nuttiness almost.
Sweet nuttiness, exactly.
I love the leather note as well.
Dark Horse says almondy, he says, which is lovely. Warm, sweet chocolate, Jim Gray. Some great tasting those coming out tonight. This is wonderful. Neil's laughing at it. He says that wasn't a little drop of water, but it's always important, I think, with the whiskies, when you're adding water, just remember you can put it in, but you can never take it out. So drop by drop, a little taste, a little more, another little drop, and just add it really gently as you go, and you'll find your perfect sweet spot.
Absolutely. I mean, as I say, this is 58.8%, so it might need more than you're used to if you're used to more 46% whiskies. But
Chris Davies is getting Jimmy Ann's damn socks, which is nice. It's a bit of an in-joke. Jimmy Ann is a good friend of Chris and Stubo's, who doesn't, I'm not sure, nobody else has seen it, interestingly.
Will we let you in on that quickly? I'll round it up in 15 seconds. We had an event down in Manchester and there was a spare seat, and Stu and Chris decided to put a jacket on the seat.
Right.
And Kit said to Simon, He's not had his drams yet. In order to try and get some extra whiskey samples to the table.
I'd also like to add, and credit where credit's due, the first time me and Harvey are obviously running around this event like absolute blue arse flies. And as I'm like sort of heading past the two of them, they've gone, grab me, like, he's not had any of his drams yet. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go get them now, And I make my way towards the bar, and halfway to me going to get 2 new drams, I realise that they're absolutely on the wind up. So Jimmy Ann is a figment of Chris and Stubo's imagination.
Yes. To be fair, we've all tried something similar in the past.
Of course.
Sticky toffee pudding, Brent Mullane, loving that. Somebody said Paul
really
McIntyre,
great
warm mince pies, which I quite like.
Yes.
I like that a lot. Angela Ball is here. Evening, gents. Glad to see you in my home from home. Nice to see you, Angela.
Angela, we were hoping that you'd be here. We're hoping
If you're watching live.
Maybe she's downstairs. We'll go.
yeah.
I'm thinking what we're going to do is, I think we'll dive in and do a couple of spins. We'll do a bunch of spins. Just let people enjoy that first one. Let's get some of the. So what we're doing is we're spinning for the memberships.
The membership.
We're giving away 40 memberships tonight to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Scotch Malt Whisky Society, 40th birthday, which is this year. So we're going to give 40 memberships away. It's going to take us an awful long time to get through the spin, so we're just going to segment them right through. If you're buying tickets after we spun, I'm just going to add them in. Don't worry, you're not going to miss out. I'll just add your tickets in as we go, so don't worry about that. So I'll get us started, guys, on the spins, and again just keep sending us your tasting notes. You guys keep talking about the whiskey, and we'll keep. Oh, look at Adrian Bain's tasting notes. Baino's sent some lovely stuff.
I'll get there in a second. Graham saying that he needed a drop of water to take the edge of it. Graham, it's a great way to especially start off a whiskey tasting. I have learned that myself from like single cask strength whiskies. A little bit of water to begin with, and then you can actually ease off the water as you go through the tasting.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing that you can do is, by all means, don't feel like you need to finish the dram before we go on to the next one. If you go all the way to the end of the tasting and revisit the first ones, you'll find that it's a lot more manageable on the palate than it was initially, and you'll be getting totally different notes because your palate will have developed in that very short time. So I always think that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
But even with a bit of water, I'm getting like a lot of the more leathery notes, but sweet tobacco kind of smell. That's a really interesting one, but very, very Christmassy.
All right, whenever you're ready, whenever it comes up.
Could you read it, take it off, and put it on again? Yeah, I'm getting actually almost. I get that kind of dark packed sugar.
Yeah, Demerara kind of notes. So this one, I believe, it's quite hard to tell with these bottles, but I think this is the sweet and spicy flavor profile. So on the top of all these bottles here,
yes, it is.
12 flavor profiles that we've designated all of these drams. I mean, with 25 releases plus every month, you do need to kind of narrow it down and hone it into something that's a little bit more like, your style. Everybody's got their own specific style, whether you're a sherry head like me or a peat head like some others. It just makes it a little bit easier to sort of go into what you know. But then the main reason for being in the society is to take yourself outside your comfort zone and try stuff you've never had.
Yeah.
So one of the best parts about being at the society is a lot of these distilleries, you won't get to try them in this certain style. So, for example, this distillery, number 12, if you're interested, you can look them up, but we're not really focused on where it's made. It's about what the flavors are and what you're getting out of them. But this distillery, you don't see many cask strength expressions. I don't know if I've seen many red wine finishes or single cask expressions from this. So we get to play around with spirits that you'll never see as part of a core range or even a distillery release. So it's really interesting just delving into the spirit style itself.
Love that.
We're spinning for our first SNWS membership tonight. So this is going to be the first one. I will take note, don't worry. And everybody's going to get an email letting them know exactly. I guess afterwards we'll give you, we'll get in touch and organise memberships for everybody who needs it. Let's see who's going to pick up the first one. Jennifer's there, Richard, Andrew, Roy, Robert Costello's there. Stuart McMorrin, it could be Robert. It looks like Roy Jones.
Roy Jones.
Fantastic. Well done, Roy.
Roy, welcome to the Scotch Malt Whisky Society.
Yes, absolutely.
Listen, if your name comes up, because there's 40 and there's people that have bought multiple tickets, if your name comes up more than once, you can win you can win a membership to give to a friend. You also, if you're already a member, you'll be able to renew your membership. So there's great chances.
Wonderful. First one
for everyone, and you can gift to a friend. Sorry, I lost.
That's okay. Roy Jones is in for the first one. What will we do? 5? We'll blast out 5.
Five. Let's do 5.
We do 5.
Get a solid number of new members.
5.
Yeah.
We look forward to having you, Roy.
Ashley Boo, I like that one. He likes to see what he thinks, then look at the cards. He doesn't normally read tasting cards, as we all know how they can be. Well, actually, I'm similar to you, so I like to challenge myself and try and see if I get the same. I like to try and get the same as well.
Paul Windebank has picked up SNWS membership number 2. Congratulations to you, Paul.
Well done,
Paul. Tell you what,
very well done.
Paul just nipped in there late on with some tickets.
Well done, Paul.
So that's come across
Well
straight away,
timed.
Paul. Nicely timed. Just got you added in there, Paul. Well done. Let's do 6 actually. 6 gives us 30, and then in the end we've just
no
got a few
problem
more to do. So we'll do 6 quick ones, guys. Still enjoying it? Yeah, we'll do 6 quick. And guys, don't feel afraid to start looking at the second one. Start reading the tasting notes. Have a little look. Andrew Pratt's there. Thomas Gregg could be Thomas, could be Andrew. Let's have a look. Andrew Pratt.
Well,
number 3.
Andrew.
Nice and easy, Andrew. Nice. Welcome to Scotch Malt Whisky Society.
Strong name at the society, Andrew.
It is a strong name.
There's a few Andrews actually we're dealing with.
Yeah. The another benefit of being a member of Scotch Malt Whisky Society is that not only do you have the society bars and locations across the UK, you've also got partnered bars as well.
Partnered
so you get
bars.
a discount in over 100 different partnered bars around
all
the world.
all over the world, whether it be you're visiting New York or Tokyo. I believe there's quite a few in China now as well. They're all over the place. So if you see any of our bottles with a prominent place on the bar, that'll be one of our partner bars where you get a discount on the drams.
Nice.
It's just one of those worldwide whiskey communities that it's just a pleasure to be a part of, really. And wherever you are in the world, we've got something for you.
Nice. Mark Harris picks up number 4.
Well, hey.
Nice one. Congratulations to Mark Harris. Wonder if you're watching along, give us a shout. If you're watching along, also give us a like on the stream. Let's get those likes up. Good viewership tonight. Let's see the likes. Let's see the likes. Graham's there. Tom Ross is there. Scott Cosgrove looks good. Am I on the edge? That's just anything on this because it's short.
Scott Cosgrove,
There we go.
winner. Well done.
Nice.
Loads of winners tonight.
So what's that, number 5?
That's 5.
One more.
We'll do one more, then we'll get on to dram number 2. We're not going to keep you too far away from your drams, folks. Don't worry about that. We're shuffling again. Scott Cosgrove wins number 5. And number 6 in the first set of SNWS memberships. The number 6 is going to, let's have a look. Oh, treacle tart aftertaste from TikTok Steve.
Very nice.
Tasting notes.
I'm
from TikTok Steve. I'm liking that a lot.
saving Adrian's tasting notes to discuss with you, Andrew, because he's got some phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Paul Warnock looks good. Dustin Horton's there. Is it going to go to Paul Warnock? Tell you what, congratulations
There
to
we
Paul
go.
Warnock. Absolutely deserves it. Paul has been playing Whisky Club for a very long time. Congratulations
Well
to Paul.
done, Paul. Nice
one.
Nice.
Good stuff, guys. Congratulations to the winners.
TikTok Steve got treacle tart aftertaste that you'd mentioned, Simon.
That's nice.
And Adrian gets prunes, dark chocolate, lovely without water, which is surprised at 58.8.
Absolutely.
With a splash, found it moved from dark to milk chocolate.
Oh,
Wine
Nice.
descriptions prompted my wife to ask why no wine description ever mentioned grape. Everything but. Interesting point.
good point.
That is a good one. So ask why no wine description ever mentioned grape. Well, in this dram specifically?
No,
or just
sorry,
in-
in wine, in the description of wines, you don't often hear grapes.
I suppose that's quite an obvious one. As in, if you saw a wine bottle and it said it
tastes
tasted like grapes, you're like, I would hope so,
Yeah.
But I think if you're looking at a tasting note, you want to go further than what people would expect. So, for example, one of my favorite things when I'm doing a tasting is when I ask the room what people taste. There's always somebody at the back who goes, whiskey.
Yeah, okay.
That's a good one, yeah, cracking. So while we encourage people to, say what they taste, we want to go a little bit further. So if you're tasting, grapes out of a red wine cask whiskey, you could even go as far to say it tastes like Welsh's grape juice on a hot summer's day.
Nice.
Nice.
By
I
the
like
River
that.
Spey sort of thing. Get a little bit more situational with it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Tastes like a nice place
It does.
when you sit and do that. I
It does.
enjoy
And it makes it more of a personal experience. Whenever you're drinking a dram, it just makes it a little bit more, this is yours now. This is what you... Okay, are we moving on to number 2?
We are. I've just shown David. David, I've got the same sample size as everyone else. The same sample kit.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same
Come on.
sample kit. Gumpy David, that's okay. Gumpy David.
Currently drinking SNWS 128.2, 128.20. Wee Welsh number. Hanky
Yeah.
Panky cocktail. Beautiful dram. Nice one, Ryan.
I'm like looking at him as if he's going to know every single.
No, 128, I'm a big fan
You
of
know
it.
it.
I don't know all the numbers. Yes, 128 is the
128
distillery.
distillery.
So the codes are, the first number before the decimal point is the distillery, and that's always going to be the same. So 128 is always made in that Welsh distillery. The second number is the amount of casks we've bottled from that one distillery. So if it's 128.5 40. That's the 40th cask we've bottled from that one distillery.
And because everybody here religiously watches our social media, obviously they're already going to know that because Harvey filmed a wonderful reel for Instagram
I know.
describing and explaining the Scotch Malt Whisky Society, the secret code.
I know.
So everybody obviously knows that already because you've been digesting our social media religiously.
No, I think 128's a very underrated distillery. It's just
Nice.
because of their distillation techniques, it just creates this very clean, like estery pear drop spirit.
Nice.
And if you're like me, I've got a disgraceful sweet tooth, so that's just my jam.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. There was one, if you ever see this, whoever the fan of the 128 was, if you ever see one of ours called Down the Old Fruit Mines, mind-blowing.
Nice.
Unbelievable.
That's
It was
what-
deep, rich and dried fruits.
That's what I love about the society as well. I think every single member and member of staff has a, oh, you need to try this one because you've tried this one, and it's everything's always the
It always tracks. That makes sense.
and but it's always the name that catches you. Smoky Bloody Mary, it's one of them that always sticks out for me.
Yeah.
I had peach salad. I tried that down at the 40th birthday.
Yeah.
Tried to try as many as I could from the collection, and everybody is like, oh, if they've not got peach salad, oh, you fancy something that's from overseas? I've got this, and it's just insane how much whiskey you guys actually have. If you can get yourself to one of the venues, especially.
Yeah, I mean, in equal parts, it's the hardest and the easiest part of the job. Like, so when you start at one of the bars, you really do kind of need to hone into what your flavor profile is, but then you start branching out, and then you can start talking to people about what you would like if you tried. For example, if you were looking for peach salad, if you were looking for peach salad, you know what that tastes like as a SNWS ambassador, but then you know something that reminded you of that, or you know what that distillery is, which is 138, I believe that's Taiwanese.
Yeah.
So you would know if there was a Scotch whiskey on Isla that you know has a similar kind of earthy, peaty flavor. But it totally depends on who you ask, because every one of them is totally individual. Like, there will be people that deviate towards one, other ones will say, nah, it's utter nonsense, we'll go over to another one. It's all healthy competition.
Nice.
But it's very, very, it's great fun being part of that team.
Nice. Number two.
Let's do number two.
Dive in.
So I'm going to recommend we go for the 63.84 as number two. This is an absolute stonker for a couple of reasons.
Was that? Oh no, I've got picked up the wrong one then. Sorry.
So it's the one with the yellow band on the
Okay.
side, 19 years old. That's the one.
1 foot in the past.
1 foot in the past.
Make sure you get the right one. 1 foot in the past.
Nice. I love the little labels.
So
That's
cool.
I like that.
So this is a 19 Greville Street exclusive cask. So 19 Greville Street is one of our venues down in London.
It's great venue.
It's a lovely
Yeah, it's
venue.
cool.
So you could only have gotten this here. They've obviously seen fit to put some of them into their tasting packs as well. So it just adds to the exclusivity of what we're doing tonight. But this, I mean, I guess it's paying homage to the fact that it's a 19-year-old single cask whiskey, 1 foot into the past, 53.4%. So after whiskey number one, you really shouldn't be struggling with this one too much. I would maybe not, I haven't tasted it yet, but I would think if you're going to add water, it's to maybe level out the complexity because it's had that much longer in the cask. You want to sort of separate a lot of the flavors. But see what you think. Obviously, you just add whatever you want to add. So this one is of the flavor profile spicy and dry, which is a great example of here. It's the yellow flavor profile. Slightly overlooked because it's not one that people tend to deviate towards, but I can guarantee you that there are some absolute gems hidden in that flavor profile. Yeah. Spicy and dry is one of the most pleasantly surprising flavor profiles, in my opinion.
This is interesting. Smells oily, but tastes like apples.
Oh, see,
I like that one a lot.
I get a lot of apples on the nose.
Nice.
I haven't tasted it yet, but maybe it was because you just said apples. It's we're open to the power of suggestion when you're trying a whiskey, I suppose, but it's very apple pie-like.
And Graham says straight away, I'm getting over-ripened banana on the nose.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can almost see those brown blotches and fruit flies. That's so good, Graham. Nice. Nice.
That's really
I'm getting a lot of that as well. I get the overripe banana as well, but again, it's this suggestible. Sweet fruit apple pie, says TikTok Steve. Wow, that's fantastic, says Brent Mullane. Wonderful.
Yeah. It's
Wow,
got beautiful
great feedback
nose.
on this one.
Really
Nice.
deep and sweet. It smells like a slightly underdone creme brulee. Very creamy, kind of a little bit of burnt
I
caramel.
really get that creme brulee reference there. It's funny. That's taken me. I can picture it. I can picture the creme brulee now that
Igor, 53.387 Smoky Dynamite Shrimp is one of the best whiskies I've ever had. Tastes like those Thai shrimp skewers from Wagamama.
Ooh,
Lovely.
That's a cracking name as well.
That is
One of my
great.
favourite society names was, I believe it was a Campbelltown spirit, and it was called Biting a Fireman's Glove. And instantly, although I doubt many people have actually done that, you know what they're talking about. Like oily, leathery, very smoky, chewy. Yeah, that was just such an evocative name that nobody really knows what it's like. But then suddenly, you all do.
That's
Just with
delicious. That one.
There's some really nice. There's some. Ashley Bill, this is great from Ashley. So leggy, it's trying to run away from my glass. Blows the nose off. It tastes like a spicy lemon meringue. Fantastic.
We need to get some of these people on the tasting
Oh man, there's some
panel.
serious whiskey people here, man. There's some serious
Guys, you're
whiskey
doing a
drinkers here.
cracking job here. That's
Spicy
amazing.
meringues, really
Such a
interesting.
good tasting.
Really interesting. I really get that.
Bino's getting lemon, apple, bananas, but no grape, which is nice. My father-in-law says this tastes like cider on the nose, but he's Cornish, so everything is cider on the nose, says Dan Preet. Pineapple creamy delight, Gary McLaughlin, love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Stewed
Sure,
with grapefruity, orange peel with a spicy back tang. Love that.
These
So
are
good.
fantastic.
Yeah,
They
really
really are.
On an orchid in bloom, Chris Davies. Come on, listen to that. That's amazing. That is an amazing tasting
Got
note.
some
Love it.
fantastic prospective members here.
Yeah,
It's
man.
amazing.
Yeah.
Serious whiskey people. here.
What would be nice as well is while we go through the tastings and the prizes, have a little think of what you would name the whiskey.
That's a nice thought.
Drop a comment with what you would name, and listen, you've seen some of the names, you've heard them. If you've got your pack, you can see just the range of names. So tell us what you would go for, and we can.
Yeah,
we can do it as
absolutely.
well. We can
And there's
do it as well.
nothing too weird. I can guarantee you we've released whiskies that are weirder than what you're thinking, within reason.
The spicy meringue is a really. That's a name that would be like, I want to try that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I had to get quite lemony aftertaste.
Yeah.
I get a bit of lemon in there. Pineapple creamy delight. That's good. I like that. Fruit cocktail.
Can't go meringue with lemon. That's mine. Can't go meringue with lemon.
I'm at it.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
A bull in a whiskey shed, says Ashley Bull.
If juicy fruit were actually a fruit.
Yeah, love it. Love
Like
it,
that.
love it, love it.
I like that.
Right, whilst we're all thinking, let me do some spins. Let's get cracking on with 6 more, shall we?
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
You guys keep enjoying your whiskies, and I'll do 6 more spins.
Nice.
So, along with many of the other packs we've got at the SMWS, one is that this is a distillery that you very rarely see single malt releases from the distillery or from the parent company that owns it. This is mainly a single malt that will go into blended whiskies. So while there's absolutely nothing wrong with blended whiskies at all, there are certain, like, you want to try the different components that make those blends so well received around the world, and this is a great way to do it. So this one is a Speyside distillery very close to my my home, and it's great to taste an expression of, I think.
Martin Amy picks up number
Martin.
7. Congratulations to Martin. Whiskey
Fantastic.
Slayer just one away. Whiskey Slayer.
Well
Don't
done.
worry, lots more chances to win, folks. Don't worry if the name's not popped up yet.
Whiskey Slayer, I saw you had commented that you understand why we're flying through the prizes. Normally we spin the wheel for a minute. There's nearly 50 prizes tonight, so nearly an hour would be done just watching the wheel spin, which is no fun for anyone, and it's also we've got a lot to be getting on with. So we've done it a little bit shortened and loads of winners. So
It's incredible.
we're gonna do some talking.
Almost 50, yeah.
And then-
49 prizes or something.
Simon, you've got to butt in and let us know who's won if we are running away with it here.
Absolutely. It's easy to do when you're
Don't
5
worry.
grams deep.
Yanis is going to pick up number 8 by the looks of it. It looks like David. That's Yanis. Congratulations to Yanis.
Yanis.
Welcome, Yanis.
You are now a Scotch Malt Whisky Society member, Yanis. Congratulations. Well done. Guys, get those names in. I want to hear who's coming up with some cool names for these whiskies. This is 1 foot in the past. We're getting lemon meringue. We're getting oily. We're getting ripe bananas. We're getting
Cider.
spicy. We're getting cider. We're getting apples. We're getting all sorts. Let's hear your names.
Pineapple creamy. Pineapple creamy alone would be a good name.
Yeah.
Lemon Migran. I like that one from Colin Levy.
That is good.
Migran's lemon meringue.
Did a blending workshop at Queen Street called my whiskey Shut the Front Door. Anybody who works
Ashley
in Queen Street.
Ashley Bull, giving us some amazing tasting notes, and he's picked himself up a membership. Ashley, you are going to love it here.
You've worked in Queen Street. Anyone who works in Queen Street knows what I mean. Shut the front door.
I can't say I have worked in Queen
Oh,
Street.
you
No, I
I
haven't.
imagine it's because there's a draft that comes in that front bar, perhaps, or maybe not.
Potentially.
Maybe not. I could be wrong.
You'd have to ask one of them, I'm afraid. No, I haven't had the pleasure of working here before. In fact, this might be, in my 5 years at the Society, this might be my first tasting at Queen Street,
Wow, I
which
love
is
that.
incredible.
The
So,
two David,
thanks for
Target and
having me on,
Finney,
guys.
Kenneth's there, Brent Mullane, is it Kenneth Stewart? Brent Mullane might pick it up from Kenneth. It's not going to be Brent. It's going to be
Okay, there we
Kenneth
go,
Stewart
Kenneth.
Atkins. Congratulations, Kenneth, on your new membership to Scotch Malt Whisky Society.
Got
40 years this year. Incredible stuff from them.
So we just had what's called the Gathering at the SMWS Vaults in Leith, which is just our annual party to say happy birthday to us,
Nice.
But this one was a big one, the 40th anniversary. It was absolutely cracking. I think you were
It was
there.
amazing.
Really, really
amazing.
good. So we had the guess the age for drams. We had 5 different drams aged 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. And there were certain amounts of combinations that you had to add up to 40, which was tough, very tough to do blind. Oh, Chris, there we go. You did it.
Babies.
Yeah.
I did it.
This man got a lovely dram to take away as a prize. So that was really good.
That was great.
And then in another room, we had something very, very interesting. An insect pairing. So we had 4 insects and 4 drams.
A Blair Apple and a cricket pairing.
Yeah,
Whoa.
absolutely.
What?
That was
The taste
interesting.
Wasn't it? They were all right.
The taste wasn't that bad. It was like that. I could feel the
grasshopper?
the wing,
Yeah, with
like
the
sticking
grasshopper.
to my tongue.
Aye,
A
and-
grasshopper, sorry, not a cricket.
And
Yeah.
an awfully big heat as well.
Smart and young for number 12.
Well done,
Congratulations.
Martin.
Nice one, Martin.
Well done.
Chris Davies picked it up as well. You guys were chatting with Chris Davies.
Well done,
Wouldn't be a
Chris.
draw without Chris Davies picking up a win. Congratulations, Chris.
Nice. How many is that?
I'm just going to spin one more.
This is fantastic.
One
Good
more.
going, guys.
New members like that. Boom.
Bang, bang, bang. Whiskey Club and Scotch Malt Whisky Society bringing memberships.
So do remember, if you don't live near any of the SMWS venues, we do have partner bars around the place, but we also do tastings. We do virtual tastings very much like this, but we will do, we have hundreds of tastings around the country, Scotland, England, and SMWS ambassadors will come to you and do host tastings like this.
Get in. Stuart McMorrin picked
Stuart
up number
McMorrin.
13.
Fantastic.
To check. 1, 2.
Stuart McMorrin, well done. Yeah, so I just want to add on that point. I think probably from, if I was just jumping on, wondering where the bars are, I'd be a bit concerned, there's not one near me, but I guarantee you there's pop-up events near you and there's partner bars near you, which are also just fantastic.
Yeah.
It gives you a great, for me personally, I've experienced different bars that I maybe wouldn't have gone into had I not have known
Yeah.
that, I can actually use my Scotch Malt Whisky Society membership here. I went on a wild goose chase around London to find the 19
Greville Street.
Street,
Yeah.
which was so rewarding at the end of it. It was great. It's nice to be part of
It's amazing.
something.
It's a whiskey community at the end of the day, and when you see folk that in a members room or in a partner bar and you're both members, that's instantly just this connection where you just start gabbing away about whiskey, about life in general. Just it's like walking into your own living room with other folk there. Doesn't sound great, I know. I just said that said, but no, it's a sense of community that you have because whiskey is always just a talking point. I find it hard to really enjoy a single malt if there's nobody else there, or any kind of whiskey, because I'll taste something, but then there's nobody to bat off of, So I think that's very important to have that person, whether they're like-minded or if they're just starting out. It's all a point of conversation. Have you added any water to this yet?
I actually haven't.
No, neither have I.
The reason for it is it's so good. I'm really loving it.
Yeah, I haven't.
Really, the aftertaste of pineapple, the citrusy fruits I actually get.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were saying kind of there was a bit of banana and whatnot coming up in there. But
Very
for me,
tropical.
It's tropical, yeah.
Big shout out to Paul Briggs. He's just arrived. Nice one. Nice to see
Yeah,
you, Paul.
Paul, how you doing?
Late.
Good man.
Paul's late.
Late.
Tell you what, I've never seen Paul late for anything. Hey, Paul.
Never been late in his life, Paul Briggs.
Never late in his life. Ashley, the Bull won. Is a big congrats. I just want to get this on the screen. That's what his reaction is.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Nice.
Number 2 is going down well by the looks of it. How are we feeling about number 2, folks? Let's put number 1 in if you preferred the first round, number 2 if you preferred the second. Let's see what you guys prefer. Get it in, 1 or 2 into the chat right now. Let's go.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there were a lot of folks saying that they actually preferred 1, because some people do like the spicier ones, the richer, heavier ones, but it's just so hard not to delve into that number 2. It's so gentle.
Evening, gents. Can't wait to win the whiskey experience. So he's already done it.
Fingers crossed for you.
It's just finished up now.
I'm liking the confidence.
Harmeet's taking it home. Ashley Bull, number 2. Beano's number 2. Number 2's coming in hot for the favourites at the moment.
I had a feeling.
1 for me, Jim Gray. So it's 2-1.
Nice.
2-1. Jim Gray bringing it back into the shed.
Chris, who won, said he was getting. I was just about to ask how much it would cost to become a member. Well, we've got a little discount coming at the end.
We do have discount codes coming. So don't buy a membership right now if you don't win. Wait till the end, and we'll give you some nice discount. Parmeet says number 2, Gary McLaughlin. Number 2, Dark Horse is in for number 1. So number 2 seems to be picking up. David Hargett says number 1. He knows a thing or two about whiskey, I'll tell you that. Brent Mullane's number 2. Oh, great. Good combination, actually. It's a pretty solid combination.
Nice mix, number 2. But still early days. You never know. One of them might take them both by storm. Who knows?
TikTok Steve says he likes number 2 for the flurry of tastes.
Flurry of taste. I like that.
Paul McIntyre, the wife, says 1 and number 2. There's a bit of controversy.
That's good. Shall we move on?
Let's do number 3.
Shall we move on? I'm leaving a little bit. I recommend, like Andrew said, leave a little bit in your glass and then you can...
I will say about that number 2, once you've had 3 smoky whiskies after this, number 2 is going to go down like juice. So we'll see. But so number 3, I would recommend going to the G15.8, which is a 12-year-old grain whiskey. So the G before the distillery number that indicates it's a grain neutral spirit. And it's the 15th grain spirit from Scotland that we have bottled. So this is a Highland grain spirit, and it's matured in a refill HTMC hogshead. So HTMC stands for heavy toast, medium char.
Nice.
It's just various levels of treating the inside of the cask to clean up the spirit a little bit, because sometimes I think grain neutral spirit can be quite, for lack of a better description, quite immature. It's very potent and quite, heady. It's very, very intense. So you need a little, you don't need it, but it's good to have a little bit of char on the inside of the cask just to clean it up a bit. This is peated grain spirit. So again, not something you come by every day. A single grain peated spirit. Nice. In fact, I can't think of any really that you could see on a shop shelf. It's very hard to come by.
Neither. That begs the question I'd like to ask people. Normally, I'm sure the whiskies in your collection or the whiskies on your shelf that are open, ready for drinking, tend to be either single malts or blends. So grain whiskey, comment now if you've never actually tried a grain whiskey, because it's not the most common thing to try, and it's really interesting to try something different and perhaps just break that stigma that there is around grain whiskey. So let's see.
100%, yeah. I think it's one of those. It's going back to my point about whiskey number 2. It's just a big component of blends that you rarely get to try. You might see a lot of grain whiskies quite older than you would expect for a malt whiskey, a single malt whiskey. I'd say the sweet spot for single malts, for me personally, is between 8 years old and 25 years old. Whereas grain spirits, you can see them bottled up to 40, 50 years old, and that's very common for grain spirits. I will never say that older whiskey is better than younger whiskey, but I think a grain whiskey does benefit from a little bit more time in the cask. But if it's got another flavour component, like the fact that this is peated, it's got an extra layer to it, so keeps it a little bit more interesting. So this one is called a Campfire Cookout.
Okay, interesting. Angela knows his stuff about the G15. She's saying that it's a barley mash that's run via continuous coffee still, so it has to be quality grain. Interesting.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Reminds me of Waterford whiskey. Very nice. Reminds me of being back on a farm as a young boy. Slayer, I love that. That's amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Actually,
burnt ends and where was that one? I just missed it. Jumped. Burnt ends and dry roasted peanuts.
Burnt ends are probably my favourite.
Dry roasted peanuts. Nail on the head. That
nice.
one. I'm not getting much smoke initially off of this one. Interestingly, it might be one of those jams that the nose is totally different from the taste.
Yeah.
I kind of like those. A nice surprise. Like, oh, where did that smoke come from?
Brent Mullane's not loving it, boys. He's not sure about it. Give it a bit of water, maybe, Brent. Maybe let's have a bit of nose, have a bit of flavour. Maybe try with a little drop of water, see if it opens up, see if it changes the complexity of the dram, see if it gives you a bit of a way into it, maybe.
Yeah. John's not had a green whiskey before.
Nice one, John.
It's a totally different monster altogether. I mean, the fact that you can have a totally different mash bill to that single malt, which obviously has to be malted barley.
Graham, we're on Campfire Cookout, Graham. Graham was looking for which one we're on. We're on Campfire Cookout G15.8.
Yes. Dano's saying that he has a 30-year-old from Okinawa.
Ooh.
It's rice grain, which is interesting because a lot of people ask, isn't that sake? But no, sake is brewed. This whiskey distilled. Not tried it. An expensive one on the top shelf. But that's interesting. I like that a lot. Thanks for sharing.
That's a great bit of information. Interestingly enough, so you might wonder why you never see a sake finished whiskey. And the reason behind that is because, that recently the SWA updated saying that you can use an array of different casks. You're getting Calvados ones, tequila ones coming in, even beer casks, but no sake ones. And one of the reasons is that to be able to use a cask for further maturation in Scotch whisky, it has to be a drink that is traditionally matured in casks. So whether or not it has been matured in a cask, you get white tequila casks, for example, or white tequila, but you can get aged tequila as well. And that's a big thing, like añejo tequila, quite dark. Mm-hmm. Same with rum as well, white rums, dark rums. But if it is part of some of the process, then it can be used for Scotch whisky. Sake is not traditionally matured in casks.
So yeah, a cachaça cask, that would be quite interesting.
It would be, wouldn't it?
That would be good. I've never even heard of that.
Like they're
cachaça finish.
I believe
that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Absolutely love cachaça.
Just the prospect of that's got me quite excited. Why not? Why not? I mean, you're getting Mizunara oak casks, I suppose, since it's oak. Yeah. But I think there's problems with Mizunara because it's quite leaky.
Yeah.
But things like that, are sake distiller or sake wineries, breweries, if they start maturing sake in casks, maybe later on down the line, 10 years, 15 years down the line, let's start using for Scotch.
Didn't know that mezcal as well.
100%. I would have a mezcal.
Never seen a mezcal finish.
Whoa.
That'd be quite interesting.
Toasted marshmallows, we got that one.
Absolutely.
I actually do like it. It does have a bit more, it's got a bit more fire, probably, for lack of a better word. It's obvious, campfire, but
it's definitely got an oiliness, like not an oily texture, but an oily kind of flavor. Like I'm trying to, right? Just thought of it. So, did you ever? This is quite specific, but did you ever? You remember the putty, the farting putty that you got little tubs of, and you.
Yeah, I got kids. I know.
First time you opened one of those,
that
kind of reminds of that. The excitement of going, what is this, and what kind of mess can I make with this? That's what it reminds me of.
It's a very distinctive smell.
Yeah. A lot more pleasant on the palate though than putty.
I really do like that. I've added a couple drops of water into my dram, and it's mellowed it out a bit. I do like the fiery drams. I do like to go. I like Lagavulin 16. I like
beautiful
Ardbeg Scotch. So I like to experiment with that kind of char. I can tell this one's got that medium char. I like it.
Yeah,
really like it.
Have you guys been to Isla?
No.
No.
I know.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Not for whiskey. I've been out very, very nearby on boats, etc. But not. I need to get there.
I only went for the first time last year. Being a Speyside born and raised kind of guy, it was a tough one to get into smoky whiskey. But as soon as I had that first smoky whiskey, it was an Ardbeg Uigeadail with a drop of water. Blew my mind, and it opened the floodgates for the rest of the smoky whiskey. But since then, I've been wanting to make that pilgrimage over to the island, and it was unbelievable.
Yeah,
just some of the best tours I've ever done. Very local feeling. You know, we stayed at a place that was just on the pier, and some boy was fishing, and he gave us one of his fish to cook out.
Nice.
It was just such a sense of community, and like it reminded me a little bit of home. Aberlour, if I maybe didn't mention that, but it was a kind of a beautiful small town community with some world class whiskey. I would recommend Bunnahabhain specifically. A really nice place.
Nose of freshly printed newspaper, Paul McIntyre.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, sorry, I just had Mark's comment up there saying he picked up a 28-year-old grain bottling from Strathclyde that was a partial cast left over from a blending. It's made me curious to try more. Love that, Mark. Curiosity in whiskey is probably the best thing you can have, or certainly been the best thing for my whiskey journey. Just being curious.
Yeah.
Not so much. I know that picking up the campfire cookout, it's not got the notes of a dram that's going to be my favourite.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it certainly got me asking the question of what the hell is this going to taste like?
That's what it's meant to do.
That's what it's about for me.
Yeah, asking yourself the question, am I going to like this? I'm going to give it a go anyway. You might be pleasantly surprised, and you might find that you're dipping into a flavour profile that you really want to explore more. We've got so many different styles of smoky whiskey at the SMWS that we've got 3 distinct flavour profiles for peated whiskey. So we've got the lighter green, which is lightly peated. We've got medium green, which is peated. And we've got the dark green, which is monster. Like, it's heavily peated.
Nice.
But yeah, I think those are the lightly peated ones they're one of my favourites to give to people if they say they don't like peated whiskey.
Nice.
Because it's a really nice kind of light, buttery smoke that gets you involved in maybe one of the more inaccessible parts of tasting whiskey, because smoky whiskey is always a tough one to get into if you don't like it.
Nice.
Stubbo and Chris Davies are like those 2 kids you have to put at the front of the class, like sitting right next to the teacher. Chris Davies has got getting the ashes of cremated hippo's toenails with a hint of lychee. And
that's amazing.
And Stubbo's gone for a crippled dolphin with a twist of badger tail. So that's the asset. We've lost them.
That's amazing.
I absolutely love this from Brian Andrew Harkins, who I missed Brian's comment earlier saying that he was. Oh no, this is the same comment. My bad. What a daft thing. Saying he was in Queen Street yesterday, and every time he goes with a friend, they inevitably join up, and that pretty much is the experience I've had as well.
Yeah.
Everybody that comes is it's so hard to describe what the society is. We've got some great footage, great videos, but it just doesn't capture the atmosphere. What you've got, it's amazing. It really is.
It's one of those things where once you get into a venue and you start talking to somebody, you're instantly hooked. Other than the fact that they're beautiful venues, and I should mention this, that if you are a member, or if you have luckily become a member tonight, one member can take 3 guests, up to 3 guests with you at the venue. So you never have to go alone. You can always take folk. It's cracking for a work night out.
Nice.
Also, you have to be very well behaved. But yeah, it's really good for the food is amazing as well. It's just a really, really nice night in. But yeah, it's very easy to want to join up when you see what goes on behind the curtain. It's beautiful, beautiful places.
Well, let's segue into a couple more spins then.
As to it.
Yes. Go for it, give it a spin. Beano saying he has a sake finished whiskey from Japan because they've got different rules from Scotch.
Nice.
Although getting closer. White Oak Akashi 6-year-old sake, the single cask. Nice. Single cask. They are also phenomenal independent bottlers, if that's who it is you're talking about there, Beano. That's amazing. Paul Rendell, hi guys. Sorry, dropping in late. Stuck in Inverness since the ferries aren't crossing back. What a nightmare the storm has been. Stuart McMorrin again.
So we go. A second membership.
Nice.
You can gift it, Stuart. You can give it to your best friend, your wife, your brother, your father, whoever. It's 2 in a row, actually, which is incredible.
Nice.
It's a really good present to
That's
give somebody,
cool.
actually.
That's
It's a really nice.
present.
the other ones that I've seen.
Ignore the single cash part.
Right, okay. So it's not a single casket, it'll be a Japanese bottle.
Got you.
Nice.
Actually, spicy, some of that one. I'm catching up with notes that you've already done, actually.
Sorry, yeah, I'm just reading them through.
Well done, Stuart, again. Double trouble.
It is really one of those ones that gets you thinking. Like, if you're used to drinking single malt whiskies, it does take you a little bit off the beaten track.
Daniel
Get you
Boliev is in the mix there.
Hey, there we go, Daniel.
Well done, Daniel.
Very well
Welcome
done.
to the society.
It always sounds very, I don't know,
It's got Regal.
very, yeah, it does.
So,
Yeah.
Welcome. Roll out the red carpet.
let's hear it then. 1, 2, or 3. What's been your preference? I want to hear it. If we've done number 3, let us hear it. Are you still on number 1? Are you still on number 2? If that was your favourite before, has number 3 taken your fancy?
I
Has it
really
grabbed
love
the
it,
top
that,
spot?
actually. I do really like that. I've thoroughly enjoyed Campfire Cookout, but 2 blew me away.
Yeah.
2 was very, very good.
Ross
That's fine.
McNeil picks up a membership. Congratulations to you,
Nice one,
Ross.
Ross. No, that's the thing with spicy and dry. You always get surprised.
Beano's gone 2, 3, 1.
Yeah, an order would be good. Yeah, an order would be nice. Let's
Nice,
hear it in
yeah.
your order. Let's hear it in order. Brent Mullane's still got number 2, but Bano's up the ante.
I was surprised by how smooth number 3 was. 58.2%. So we're not playing around with this one, but it is a lot easier to go down than, let's say, the first dram, which was quite intense and quite spicy. Lovely flavour, but very spicy. This one is just going down a treat. Especially with a bit of water, it just kind of takes that edge off.
Russell Ailing,
Well done,
picks up
Russell.
number 17. Congratulations to you, Russell.
Welcome.
We are flying through. Laura Hodgson just missed out there. The queen of YouTube has just missed out on a Scotch Malt Whisky Society. Don't worry though, plenty chances yet to win. So also, if you're picking up tickets now, you can still get tickets. We'll just add them in, so don't be shy. There's a discount code on the bottom of the screen. If you stick the discount code in, you will get your loyalty discount on the tickets. It's an absolutely fantastic discount for you. Igor, Ashley, Michael Reed. Could be Igor. Is it going to sit on Igor? It's going to sit on Igor.
Well done,
He's a
Igor.
There we go. Fantastic.
He's a regular winner. He wins consistently. Igor, congratulations! Great member, great community member for us.
It's going to be great to have you along, Igor.
Absolutely.
Yes, 2, 1, 3, but all nice. I like that, David.
David.
And Chris Davies said 100% agree with David. 1 for Denise at the moment. Nice.
Nice, Denise.
3rd one's giving me hiccups.
Yeah.
I think that might just be the whiskey in general.
Scott Stevens, Paul Windebank is there, Joe Brandon's there, Rob Costello's there, one of the Costellos. It's just missed
Joe
out.
Brandon, well done, Joe.
Nice one.
Congratulations to you, bro, Joe, bro.
bro.
Congratulations, bro.
Stu Combe is in Brazil. Good evening, Stuart. Well, welcome.
That's nice. He'll be on the cachaças, definitely. Caipirinhas and that. Love them, like. Even from Brazil. Oh, lucky boy.
Who's ready to move on to the next dram after this? How many more spins?
What's next after this one?
Number 4 will be the Smokus Fruticosus.
I've been excited about this one.
So
Jim Gray's there, Anna Gibson's there, Dustin Horton or Anna Gibson. Who's it going to? Anna's going to pinch it. Congratulations to
Nice
you,
one,
Anna
Anna.
Gibson.
Well
Good
done,
stuff.
Anna.
We'll just do
Another.
one more and then we will be
Joe
good to move
Brandon
on to number 3.
says, "Yay! Thank you. You're very welcome. Joe.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank
I
you.
think
Absolute
we're making
pleasure.
really good time as well.
We're making good progress.
So we got how many more spins on
this
this?
last one.
Perfect.
how many in total have we done?
20.
20 spins.
20
spins.
new members, just
Nice
like
and
that. I
easy.
love that.
20 new members means potentially hundreds of new people getting access to Scotch
This is
Malt Whisky
incredible.
Society.
Very exciting to see you all at the venues one day.
Ashley Bull, is he picking up number 2? He's not. Greg Lynch has stolen it from him. Greg's pinched that right out of your pocket,
Oh,
Ashley. I'm afraid.
Lynch's pinched there.
This one.
Lynchy the Pinchy. That's 21 done, sorry. There you go. 21 spins, 21 brand new whiskey, Scotch Malt Whisky Society members tonight. 19 to go.
Dustin, you were so close, man. Unlucky.
Dustin, there's lots of chances yet to win, and you can still jump on www.whiskyclubuk.com. Check out, your name will still be added to the wheel. We still got Cask or Cash tickets available, and there's a discount code along the bottom of your screen right now. You can chuck it in there and get your discount.
Igor, perfect timing. My membership has just expired.
Hey, there we go.
Igor.
Perfect
stuff.
time. I'm sure you were all ready to renew it already, Igor.
It's a good time for it as well. November and December are big outturn months for us.
So on average, you're over 20, 25?
25 on average, but November, December, you're talking 30, 35 releases. It's a big time of the year for whiskey, cracking time for gifting that to a significant other or a loved one.
Absolutely.
But yeah, just fantastic releases coming out. Great examples of all of our flavour profiles. I can run down what we've got in front of us, but yeah, I think this is exactly what somebody's going to win. One lucky person is going to win.
These are the bottles, I believe.
These very bottles.
These bottles.
Some
Yeah.
absolute stunning trams.
Yeah, some great ones.
Beno's asked the question, does Scotch Malt Whisky Society reveal the underlying distillery details, or is it all encoded as in the bottles? We did mention this earlier, Beno, but I wanted to kind of touch on this. When you come into the society, I'm saying this from a consumer's perspective, it's not like if I came in up to the bar and said, I'd like to try something that's perhaps, from Lagavulin, I've never tried a single cask Lagavulin before. You don't walk in and you get this toxic, no, that's not how we work. We don't do that. We're not going to tell you. You're never going to find out. If you ask the question, of course, and quite often when, as we've already very, very nearly experienced with the peach salad, it's, that one's from Taiwan. This is from the Cavalan distillery. Is it? Where is? I don't know exactly.
I could tell you, but I have to kill you. If you are really interested in where these distilleries are, you can look them up if you like. But we don't want to focus on where they're made because
100%.
Because there's preconceptions with certain distilleries that they are just pinnacle Scotch whiskey or whiskey in general. So we're looking at the flavors. That's why we do all of these weird and wonderful names, these the tasting notes, and the flavor profiles. So we try and designate them into 12, but that's a very, very difficult job. But
I also think if you're coming up to the bar, right, and you're looking at some of these names, and you're looking at some of the ones we've got in front of us here, you're like, I don't think I'm that interested actually in where it comes from.
Yeah,
genuinely, I'm not coming up here thinking like, I want a Lagavulin. I'm like, Masala Delight, Big Apple hot dogs.
100%.
The swashbuckler.
I just want to look at some of the names are that amazing. I don't think it's that important.
It's not important, and Angela's is nailed exactly kind of the point that I didn't manage to make properly.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like the standard bottles you can buy, so they will ask you in terms of distilleries or flavour profile. So if you come in and ask for a Lagavulin, something like that, you'll get a real good direction pointed in the flavour profiles that are traditionally in Lagavulin 16.
Absolutely, no, that's very well put, Angela. So you could go into any of the SMWS venues and you can say, I like Lagavulin. What do you have that could, evoke the memory of Lagavulin for me? You'd be looking for something a little bit more smoky, meaty, very heavy, sort of sea salt, maritime senses to that. I can tell you that it's very rare that you'd find a Lagavulin anywhere in SM. I've never seen one. But the point is that we can find you something that will match your palate for example, a Lagavulin. But yeah, we try not to focus on the distilleries. It's out there if people want to know. But as you very well put it, Simon, you look at some of these bottles, this is a very small portion of what you would see in any of the members' rooms around Scotland or in England. If you walk into that room and you just start looking at these weird names and these beautiful colours, and you just don't really care at that point. You're just like, I really want to know what rave culture tastes like. Nuts and belts and engine oil, things like that.
Trekking in the jungle.
I want to try it.
An emulation of jam. This is just
Real melody medley. I'm like, I don't care what it is. I want it.
What about one that's caught my eye? Millions of peaches.
Millions of peaches. Can I get a glass of millions of peaches, please?
It sounds that different from one. Let's find out. But it's all a case of just finding out. You're going to try it, and then you can make up your own mind about whether or not it tastes like a million peaches, or if it's even better. You never know. But yeah, without further ado, let's go on to number 4. So this is called Smocus Fruticosus. I always need to look at the bottle.
I couldn't wait. Wow, the fruitiness is unreal. With that hint of smoke at the end, I'm getting juicy, char-grilled pineapples.
Wow,
I love it. Angela, again, makes a great point. I I don't usually like distillery number 1, so she obviously knows which distillery
Yep,
it's from.
okay.
But I really enjoy the bottles from SNWS. There you go.
Okay, yeah. So
That sums up exactly
It really
the
does.
idea behind the society.
you might have had every single expression in the core range from distillery number 1, and anything that we release from distillery number 1 won't taste like that, because they're all cask strength, they're all single cask. There are maybe even casks that the distillery themselves don't use. I think one's a really interesting one because it's the first distillery we ever bottled in 1983. I keep doing that. 1983. But it's a fantastic story. I would look at, if you're really interested in the history of the society and how it all started, Pip Hills, our founder, has several books out. The Founder's Tale is just fantastic. He talks about how the first time he ever tried a cask strength whiskey was basically his friend who owned a farm had a cask of distillery number 1, and he filled it into one of those big 2-liter lemonade bottles, and it was dark as sin, it was really heavy, treacly stuff, and he tried it. He wasn't a huge fan of whiskey before that, but then it changed his life. And 40 years later, we've got a nearly 40,000 member whiskey club, which is an incredible story what he's done. So well worth a read if you're ever interested.
That's great. The bottles were great with the big numbers. I loved going in and playing bingo with the numbers. Couldn't care what profile it was. That's good. Scott, we've already announced 20 winners of the 20 memberships. I reckon we're on dram number 4 out of 5, so we're very close to announcing the winner.
Yeah, pretty
We've
cool.
got 2 drams to go.
Yeah.
2 drams to go.
So whiskey number 4, this is part of our Heresy range. So this is a blended malt. One of the very slight downsides of being a member at the SMWS is that because all of these bottles are very limited release, you get a lot of people that will say, I missed out on this bottle. And, you and 30,000 other people, I'm afraid.
Right.
That's just the nature of it. We always release more in the same flavor profile, so don't worry if you miss out on things like that. But to get past some of that, we've released the Heresy range, which is a series of blended malts, which this is one of. Smocus Fruticosus is slightly peated. It's a blend of different distilleries. I don't actually know where these are from. I could give my best guess, but that's not the point. This is matured in a combination of ex-bourbon, ex-Oloroso, and ex-Pedro Jimenez sherry casks. So you're getting the sort of light caramel, vanilla apples from the bourbon. You're getting, raisin juice and really heavy golden syrup from the PX, and the Oloroso, you're getting like a dry sort of prune, dark chocolate kind of flavor. You've got a medley of things happening in this one dram, and it's got a nice light smoke on the end. So this is one of, I would say we're on 23 of the Heresy range now.
Okay,
and
nice.
they don't really fit into the flavor profiles. They all have very specific names and designs on the bottle. So you can see on the little miniature that they're slightly differently bottled from the first 3. But some of the bottle labels are cracking. You can see I don't know if you can see them on the camera yet.
Yeah,
so the top left of the screen, you've got Pete Fairy, you've got Frazzle Dazzle, you've got Clementine Comfy, and then on the far right of those 4 there, you've got 70s Chart Topper, which is actually a blended Armagnac. So Scotch Malt Whisky Society is a little bit of a misnomer nowadays because we don't just bottle Scotch whisky. We bottle whiskey from all over the world. We bottle Armagnac, cognac, rum, gin. Who knows where else we're going to go with it. But we're always looking for where we can find the best quality spirits and then just play around with them. It's fascinating stuff.
Denise and David both talked about getting a bit of garlic flavour at the back, which is very interesting. It tastes like a greengrocer smells, a mingle of all different fruits fighting to be tasted.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's a really good
so
taste.
good.
Tell you what, that's what I'm calling that one.
Fighting to be
A
tasted.
mishmash of greengrocer
A
fruit.
fight at the greengrocer.
Fight in the greengrocers. That's
That's a
correct.
great name.
What else have we got? Lynn Whitmore, we were talking about what we snack with our whiskies last week. We were talking about it. Lynn's just had a lint milk chocolate ball, and it made the smoky taste come out even better, which is lovely.
That's a really good thing to pair with it.
Fruity delight. I'm getting boiled shrimp, apples, and a chamois leather soaked in petrol, says Stuart. Love this.
Boiled shrimp. Oh, I love it.
That's great.
Amazing
Very
dram. Hats off.
Oh
To
man.
the whiskey dude. Nice. He's very good at his descriptions.
Yeah,
says Daniel.
they're all
That's you.
fantastic.
That's usually talking
That's
about.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
No, I'm just,
Barrel's got
just really
fruity, a
odd.
tad of sandpaper on the tongue with a splash of timid sherbet.
A splash of timid sherbet.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
I love that.
That was really, really nice.
So good. Some of these tasting notes are the best we've ever
See,
had.
these are things that shouldn't make sense at all, but in context, they just make total sense. Like timid sherbet is, I'm guessing that's just an underlaying note.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's a
Wonderful.
great question, and it's also something I love about the society.
Yep.
That should be a question, eh?
Next one, maybe.
Something I love about the society is the pricing structure that you've got. So not everything is individually priced. It's tiered drams. Am I right in saying that?
Yes, yeah. So the bottles will fall into pricing brackets. So, for example, if it's an A dram, I think it'll be 50 to 60 pounds roughly, or maybe is it 45 to 50. B dram is 50 to 65. I'm going off of the prices when I was working on the bar. I can't actually remember what they are now, but then they go all the way up to, I believe it's K, and then you get some absolute special ones that are very, very rare releases, like Vaults Collections ones. They can be upwards of £1,000, but generally they'll fall into a price bracket. And if you go to any of the Scotch Malt Whisky Society venues, you will get drams priced in those brackets as well, but they will be individually priced. So A dram might be £5.60 or something. B dram will be the next one up. It's not really. It's never been about the quality of the whiskey. That's never how we price it. It's just the rarity of it. So if it's a slightly older one, you've lost more of the cask into the Angel's share. So it's slightly more rare than an A dram, so it's going to be a little bit more expensive. But it's never indicative of quality, just quantity.
I like that.
Lingering taste of a clown's tears dripping on a sugar cube covered with ants. That's it.
Notice these are getting better and better as we get more and
They
more
are.
into the drams.
Yeah.
I'm going to do some spins if you're happy to.
Please do, yeah.
Some of those questions.
Yeah, let's do it. So if you spin in, what we'll do is just as soon as the name's called out, listen, we love to congratulate our winners, but there's so much to talk about. There's so
Yeah,
much
keep
to talk
talking. I'll
about.
just shout the winner's name out when it lands.
What's the average price point for the bottles, and can you buy if you're not a member? Sean, great question. The price point does vary. This is from a consumer that gets the emails and likes to read about all the new releases. There are some you've just released a 40-year-old, for example. So if you want to go to that super, super premium range, you can.
Yeah.
And I think the price points for the single cask are as competitive as any other single cask releases that you get. I would say it's all very, very market value.
Matt Hilton.
Is that fair?
Yeah,
That's-
I would
that's the-
absolutely say
Perhaps feedback for you. That's how
So-
it looks. It's all very.
average price point is really hard to say because it will depend on our release for that month. We might be releasing more C or D drams in a particular month. There will only ever be an H or a J dram once every couple of months, but that would be, it's just very hard to come by. As one of the tasting panel, you'll only ever see some of these older drams a couple of times a year.
Alexander Eldrick.
Nice,
Congratulations,
Alexander. But in terms of price, it just depends on what we're releasing that month. In terms of buying as a non-member, there are places you can buy bottles. The auction site. You're always going to see bottles of SMWS bottles on the auction sites. But if you go into a members room and you ask to buy a bottle, likely these members rooms they don't sell to members. That's one of the perks of being a member of the society, is that you have access to the bottles.
Sorry, they don't sell to non-members.
No. Yeah, sorry, that's what I was making. Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Graham.
well done, Graham.
He was talking about, he was going to ask his for Christmas.
Well done,
If he never got a pick, so congratulations, Graham.
Well done, mate.
I want to see. I'm hoping for some reaction from Graham on that one. I know he was really, really hoping for a membership. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate on that as well, Sean. The part of being a member is you get access, so you get the unfiltered magazine that gets sent. It's an email magazine.
Yeah, an email magazine. You can also get it delivered to you. It's a monthly magazine that you get.
I get the online one, and it tells you all the outruns that month, and you know that the only people that have access to that are you and your fellow members. So it's a really nice, like, it's how you know all the names, because if you're reading that magazine, you've got, I keep going back to Pete Salad and kind of Smoky Bloody Mary just because they really stick out in my head. But I know for a fact that if I opened up the magazine and saw, where are we up here, Millions of Peaches, it would just, like, Millions of Peaches on my radar.
Yeah.
Check it out. Boom.
Yeah.
I'm a member. I can jump online and buy one, get it delivered to the house, and I'm in amongst the new members.
That's it.
Have got their hands on it.
Derek Marshall picked one up.
Nice. I just saw
Boy, Gary McLaughlin, get in.
Well done, Gary.
Get in, Gary.
Millions of Peaches.
I'll cheer you up after today, Gary.
The wealth one.
Oh, wow, there we are.
Fruity one. That's
Have you got Millions of Peaches here?
Yeah, it's up there.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's anything in it, but we can certainly find out after the show.
Sure.
Might just have to. Where there was a comment that came up here. Rob, partner bar by Farringdon. Now just need a win, and every time I'm waiting for a train, I'll be looked after. That's exactly it, Rob. That's the beauty of being a member. You probably didn't know until now that
Anna
there's a
Gibson.
partner bar so close by. Well done, Anna.
Yeah, just be careful. You might miss your stop. I've done that plenty of times. A nice night at the Vaults or Queen Street, and you get on the train and you end up in Kirkcaldy. You never know. I should mention that there are, so you can get bottles, if you're a member, you can get bottles online when the outturn is released every month. But there's also outturn tastings at the venues, which are not to be missed. They are just spectacular, because 9 times out of 10, the outturn tasting is an event where you get to try every single release for that month, and you get a chance to buy those bottles before they're even released online. So that's something to consider as well if you're near any of the members' venues, or you know somebody who is.
Congratulations, Darius. There's another really cool kind of, I don't know if they're monthly, I must admit, you can fill in the blanks here, but SMWS do members' nights where you bring a Scotch Malt Whisky Society bottle that you've got at home, and you get to share the dram with everybody else.
Interesting. I've never hosted one of those before, but I have heard of them.
I don't know how often they are.
It's hard to come by. I think you basically have to book a room, a private room, and it would be. Yeah, as I say, I've never really hosted one before, but I know people who have done it before.
A great concept. We were here, we missed out because remember when we were doing all the filming, there was one held in this room that we missed out on. And ever since, it stuck with me. I thought, what a brilliant idea. If you've got one of these amazing bottles at home and you're like, hang on, I'm loving this, but I'd like to share this dram, which is part of what it's about, becoming a member of the society.
There's some silly drams that come in through the door. It's incredible.
And there's also a little competition at the end for whose bottle got finished.
Al Ford and Mark Borthwick have picked up wins in the meantime.
Nice
one.
Congratulations to Al Ford and Mark Borthwick.
Oh, we need to hope that other Andrew's watching. Then I'm going to get a comment up on the screen and point at it.
What?
You'll see when the comment goes up on the screen.
There's another really nice thing about members' venues. You get the bottle keep, which might be a concept that people have come across before. But if you have...
Paul Stewart.
Very nice, Paul. Is that a second one for Paul Stewart?
No,
No?
I don't think so.
So maybe I think that might be the third Paul we've had tonight.
Could be.
Fantastic.
Paul Warnock we had earlier.
That might have been it. So the bottle keep, one of the things that I did with my friends, there was a bottle that we all really wanted, but it was a little bit out of our budget, so we all pitched in to buy that bottle, and you pay a supplement to have it stay in the bar, or behind the bar there's like a big cabinet for the whiskey keep, and we basically made a rule that anytime we're all in the city, we come into the venue, another ball. There we go.
Sorry, I'm really Loving
It's,
this. So
it's a great idea.
Last spin.
So yeah, every time we're in the city, we'll all go to the bar and we'll take our bottle from the keep and pour it
There's
down.
cages downstairs.
Yeah,
here,
that's what
right?
it is.
Yeah, there's cages
Yeah,
down here, so you can buy your bottle, keep your
Yeah.
bottle in a cage, and if your mate comes
Cracking
along, you can
idea.
grab your cage.
Really, really good idea. I think it's like a £30 supplement, and then you get to keep your bottle for as long as you need it. It doesn't usually last that long.
Beno's just missed out.
Leo Norris, Beno, and David Finney missed out there. That's the last spin we're going to do right now.
Nice one,
On to
Leo.
the next dram. That's us done 33. I was a wee bit cheeky there and spun a few times because you guys were in good chat. I thought I'll make a bit of headway.
We're on 9.
Plenty time, 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
Lion.
lovely. Yeah, bottle keep. Highly recommend it.
Nice.
I just want to show Sean is saying,
I think
David is saying hello to Sean on the other side.
somebody spoke. Somebody got the message over.
Yeah. And then Sean said, okay, guys, I'm sold. If I don't win tonight, I'm joining anyway. To be honest, it's been on my list for a while. Love it, Sean.
Send that to Andrew.
Said
Really
that.
good to hear.
Andrew, look.
It's great to hear, Sean. Glad you're enjoying yourself.
Just stick in though, Sean. If you don't win tonight, there will be a discount code on the stream later. I think.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware.
Yes.
So don't buy anything yet.
So one thing I forgot to mention about the Heresy range, this Smocus Fruticosus, is that all of our Heresy ranges are watered down to 50%.
Nice.
So if you were finding that was an incredibly smooth dram, very easy drink, and that's probably why. I haven't added any water to it because I think for my palate, that would probably ruin it a little bit, just make it a little bit too light.
Yeah,
But then again, we're here to experiment, so
for sure. But
might as well.
it's nice this has been watered down by the team, by the tasting panel, which generally the other single casks, well, not generally, as a rule, all the other single casks
Never.
are cast strength.
Yeah.
So this one here is a bit of a, let me try and say this, is a bit of a, hey guys, this is how we would do it if we were going to water it down.
Yeah, I think we see all of these single cask releases from SMWS as a bit of a DIY whiskey. You know, we'll give it to you in its most natural, pure form, but it depends on the drinker and it depends on the dram. But we do recommend you try it neat and then add water to it or whatever you want to it to make it better. Because as a general rule, and something I just always say to people is, it's more of a waste of whiskey to drink it in a way you'd rather not. So add whatever you want to it. As long as you're enjoying it, it's yours at the end of the day.
Yes.
So that's number 4 done.
That's number 4 done.
Let's see what you're liking, folks. Get it in 1, 2, 3, 4 in order of preference. Let me see what we're liking so far, what we're loving.
I was really
obviously, I think we're all enjoying the jams, but it's nice to see what we're loving the most so far.
There's something to be said about a multiple cask maturation. You're getting different layers out of it that sometimes you just don't get out of a single cask. It's just another way that we experiment and play around with it. It's part of why we do what we do. It's just so much fun. You know?
Love that.
Kev Murphy, get that comment up as well for Andrew.
9.5 years. That's incredible.
I know, so I'll go
Screenshot that.
I'll get this one first. You guys have sold it to me, so I'm definitely joining. Which is
Screenshot.
best venue? Glasgow
Oh,
or
don't
Edinburgh?
ask me that.
Obviously.
Oh,
The people in Edinburgh.
no. Well, it depends on what you're after, Kevin.
They all share the same, when you walk in, it's the same zest for life.
Yeah, it's the same vibe for sure. And the members of staff there are all equally as helpful and enthusiastic and have this plethoric knowledge of what they're talking about. So you're always going to get really good chat and cracking recommendations. Queen Street, the venue we're in now, is a fantastic restaurant. It's got multi-layers as well. So every time you go up the stairs, it's something new. You've got different rooms that you can go into. Just fantastic.
And the one thing that I love about this venue, especially if you're from Edinburgh, this is maybe a bit more niche, if you like, is the view that you get out the window, especially on the top floor, is one that you can't actually get anywhere else on the street.
Agree.
There's a gym that you can access. There's a couple of like basement bars. There's great bars. It's a great street, but there's no place on the street that's like this at all.
Yeah, it's incredible. And
I'm sure the only in Glasgow is lovely, but
Oh.
it's in Glasgow in it. So I mean, there's
Yeah.
no question. There's no question, Kevin.
So Bath Street in Glasgow is brand spanking new. I think it was opened, or it was built just before lockdown hit, and then 2 weeks later, lockdown hit. So we've been getting in full swing at 38 Bath Street in Glasgow, just next to the station, and it's absolutely stunning. It's got really lovely booths. It's got a beautiful, there's beautiful place, and a big horseshoe bar, some cracking bottles on sale there that I can tell you won't find in any of the other venues. Very nice place, and the staff there are incredible. But for me, because I worked there for 2 years, the Vaults is probably my go-to.
Vaults is the one.
It's very close to the brewery I work in, so it's very easy to just go in after work.
Nice.
But it's just a big living room. It's a fantastic place, and I love the staff there as well. I love the staff everywhere. It's just a cracking company to be a part of, because everybody is as passionate as the next person you're going to meet. Because they're all whiskey enthusiasts at the end of the day as well. They all know their stuff. It's really easy to talk to them about, or agree or disagree. As I say, it's all a point of conversation, but you're always going to get a character coming through, and it's beautiful places.
Let's ask Angela, who's been a member for 9.5 years and loves the society. I know, Angela, I think this Queen Street is your stomping ground, but do you have, what's the best? What's the best?
Queen Street also has a public bar. Prepare the public bar because you meet all sorts of different people.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So Vaults is members only. Bath Street in Glasgow is members only. The best thing, or one of the great things about Queen Street is that people can just walk in and have a little sample of SMWS, which I think is an underrated thing about SMWS. It makes it a little bit more accessible for somebody who's considering it.
Yeah, I also think this, it is again, Brian, what I was trying to say. They've all got the same zest for life. I didn't want to say the same with Vine, because it is, the Vaults has got that loungy, like you're in one big room, everybody's all in the same room, and it's just an epic, amazing space. Yeah. And this one here's got a bit more of the big vibrant colours. There's
you're going out for an occasion, so it's a little bit more, I don't want to say formal because that's not the right word. No. It's still so comfortable and just homey, but there's something a little bit more, you're coming in to appreciate the fact that you're in a whiskey society rather than just
we have a lady in here. Downstairs. So I think so. Like the vibe and that, like
you could probably do that anyway.
The scope bar downstairs. I'm like, we sat at the bar and had a couple of drams when we were here last time. It's like, I feel like I could just really get into it here. Whereas I think the other one is like, I'd be chilling. I'd be sitting there and I'd be like, I think it's a different feel.
There's another reason to visit all of the members' rooms is that they all have society casks, which are, quarter casks or octave casks that are specifically casked in the venues, and you will not find those in any venues. You can't get them online. It's kind of like a distillery exclusive, but members' rooms exclusives. So we did a tasting of the society casks over lockdown, and we all had, we had a heavily peated Oloroso one that was black. It was so dark. I think Glasgow had an IPA cask that was a Speyside that was lovely. But there's things that the members' rooms will all have that are very individual to that one place. So again, very important to just put out your feelers and see which one has the next new thing or something that you've never had before. I think that might have been one of the first beer cask whiskies I've tried, was at Glasgow.
Yeah, great.
Very interesting.
So what's your favourite so far?
I still think I've saved a bit of each. I actually saved a bit of each bar the last one because I was enjoying it. It was very easy to go down, but I think 2's my favourite so far. I'd like to just get this up.
Love it from Ashley Bill.
If that's the case, I've won back the money I spent on this competition in one spin. This is honestly amazing value for money. To be honest, Whisky Club UK is always value and experience for money. I appreciate that, Ashley.
Thanks, Ashley.
That's really nice.
Worth noting, the tasting packs alone are worth £35. If you do win the membership, it's £85 for the year. So if you picked up a tasting pack and you get a win, you've seriously made some value.
That's
for money.
amazing.
And you get this incredible tasting experience with Andrew as well.
No,
So
but
that's,
I'll second that actually. It's always cracking value for money. It's always just watching you guys do your thing. It's weird being on the other side and being part of it. So hope I'm doing all right.
You
But,
do a great job.
it's great to be with you guys.
let's hear some props for Andrew, I think,
Yeah.
so far. Let's give him some nice
Andrew was
encouragement.
here. Andrew came up with some phenomenal whiskey movie names. If anybody was here on that live stream, Andrew was one of those drunk people behind the keyboard. coming out.
That was great.
That was an infamous or just famous stream.
Yeah, probably wasn't.
No, I think
remember.
I think that always makes a good tasting if there's a bit of back and forth. Like I don't really do the tasting, or I don't experience this at my tastings because I like to open it up to people. Like I don't want to just talk at people. It's
Totally.
as I say, maybe the third time tonight. It's all a conversation. So I'll talk a bit about the whiskey and then open it up. I'll go around tables, and that's what's really good about these streams is because all of you are fantastic at just streaming in the comments. Really, the tasting notes you guys have got are fantastic.
Yeah,
Gareth, if you get a membership, do you get a +1? No, you do not, Gareth, unfortunately. You don't get a +1, you get a +3.
plus
+3.
+3. No +1 for you.
Angela answered the question. I do like a trip to the vaults, especially when it's dark outside. Whilst the room is huge, you're in your own space and it's like being at home. But Queen Street is where I signed up. It's just up the road from me, and it's what my phone recognises as home.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that's incredible.
That's great.
Andrew is coming across perfectly. Is this your first time live, Andrew, or your season pro?
Oh, he's a season pro.
He's a pro.
Done a couple of lives
He's a
before.
pro.
But I've only ever done live streams if it's, I'll be at home and then some other ambassadors will be at home. And then there's maybe one of the marketing people that has like fantastic questions for us. So we're always batting off of each other. I've never done one standing behind a bar with another two talking. It's
Fielding live.
much more natural, I think.
Fielding live nonsense. from
It
the
feels
Whiskey
like
community.
we're just on the other side of the bar.
Yes.
And nobody's serving us.
This gentleman, Andrew, must come back. Nice and Bano.
I'd be
Great.
happy to. I'd be
Right.
more than happy to.
Dram number 5.
Let's do dram number
What's what
5.
we in for? Is that Nutty Peaty Sweetie?
Oh, there's some crazy. Stuble's had too many drams, I think. He's very engaging. I agree, Neil. He's phenomenal.
Great.
He's smashing it.
Thank you, Neil.
Andrew needs to move to Glasgow and do the tastings here. He's awesome.
Oh,
Done. Well
thinking
done.
about it, I'm thinking I like Glasgow. I'm a musical kind of person, and I like the sense that Glasgow has a lot more going for it in terms of bands and music nights. But Edinburgh's where it's where I started my whiskey journey, and I'm probably going to end it. That's
I'm a huge fan of
Bano's finished his 5 grams, so let's move on.
Bano. What are you on now, Bano? What have you moved on to?
It's just their own stuff.
You'll have a collection of bigger than that back bar, I would imagine.
So we've got Nutty Peaty Sweetie. This is an 11-year-old. It's an Islay peated whiskey.
Oh, yes.
So this is going to be full of your Islay peaty funk, medicinal notes. I haven't even opened it yet, but I can tell you Distillery 53 always reminds me of, this is a very Edinburgh thing, as I'm sure you all know, salt and sauce. Salt and sauce, darling?
Salt and vinegar.
Yeah.
You want salt
Oh,
and
it's
vinegar?
got to be salt and sauce.
Absolute nonsense.
Kev Murphy, what do you have on your fish and
Absolute
chips?
nonsense.
What does Kev Murphy have?
Pizza, half pizza.
Yeah.
He has a half
Marinara
pizza.
sauce.
He has Sugo. Salt and Sugo of a pizza, please. Bit of melted buffalo.
Got to say, a pizza crunch is underrated. I only
Listen.
tried it this year, and then
Kev Murphy loves a pizza crunch
Yeah.
for sure.
I felt
He does.
horrific afterwards.
Because Pete and Angela have got a burger van. He used to do it in secret. Have you ever seen Secret Eaters on Channel 4?
No.
And it's like a show where the people they're trying to diet but they can't, and then they film them secretly. It's like people sneak into McDonald's in the middle of the night and eat it.
That's not
Kev Murphy is definitely secretly eating pizza
It's
crunches.
amazing.
Not because he's diet, because he's a pizza connoisseur.
I'd like to, reiterate, this is not a slam on Kev Murphy needing to die.
No, of course it's not. It's because he's a pizza pro.
He's a pizza pro. So just be careful what you're saying. Insulting people here.
So Nutty Peaty Sweetie, 11-year-old.
Sweet.
Refill ex-bourbon. So refill is the third time it's been filled with Scotch whiskey. Hogshead, you're talking maybe 250 litres. it doesn't tell you the outturn amount, so I couldn't tell you how many bottles were bottled. You could probably look it up online, but 53 is a very common Islay whiskey to get at SMWS. So this is 53.407. So this is a 407th cask we've bottled from distillery number 53.
Wow.
I think that's the problem with being part of SMWS, is that you generate quite a lot of opinions about Scotch whisky.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that this is a distillery that is best shown at cask strength.
Mm-hmm.
I think the real heavy flavours come out of this one. I love their bottlings at 40 or 46% or whatever they do normally.
Dude, five's getting some love.
But number 5, cask strength, is phenomenal. You're getting really heavy, intense flavours coming out. Like just chippy chips.
5 is my gram, says David Target. Number 5 is so nice.
Love.
David's got it at number 3. He's gone 2, 3, 5, 1, 4. That's interesting, David. I like that. You've gone for the campfire cookout at number 3. You've got the number 2. Sorry,
In the shed at number 4, and he's got the 4.
Smokus, the blend at number
At
the
the end.
final dram.
That's unbelievable. Absolutely stunning.
Loving number 5 highlight.
Oh,
of the
wow.
night. Nice.
Got to get some love from number 5.
Yes, that's both the Whitmores have been loving that one.
It's one of the best things to do at the end of a tasting is give them a really peaty number. Even if you don't like smoke, 9 times out of 10, you're going to appreciate a lot of these smokier flavors, even if you don't generally. But yeah, if it's not too, like, you can get some really overpowering ones. If you're into that, then great. But I'm a Speyside guy. I like my sweet whiskies. But then I don't think a tasting is ever really complete without a smoky number. We've had 3 today, so we're very, very fortunate. And 3 very different styles of peated whiskey.
Very different.
Peated grain, peated blended malt in an array of different casks. And now we've got a very powerful Islay to finish off the night. And I think it's sent us off pretty well.
Yeah, it's
lovely,
great.
lovely stuff. I think I'm going to add a bit of water because it's just one of those ones where I want a little bit more of the smoke to come out, because it's as close to a savoury whiskey as I think I can probably get.
I really like this distillery as well. I think this does again do that job of kind of shining it in a bit of a different light as well. I think I do like the kind of core expressions, but this is just not something I've ever experienced from
this one. Yeah, it's got some monstrous tones in there that I think water does kind of dull down a little bit. Nothing wrong with it. This is all just opinion at the end of the day, but this is one that I think deserves to be cask strength, in my humble whiskey enthusiast's opinion.
I'm going to do the final
Let's do it.
membership spins. I'd also like to say, if you want to get in for a chance to win the 12 bottles, the 2-night stay, the memberships, the dinner, the private tasting session, all that kind of stuff, jump on whiskyclubuk.com right now. Check out the SMWS experience. Use the code that's flashing on the bottom of the screen. It's your last chance to get in on this. With the code, it's a great, great price. And we've got great odds. We're looking at fantastic odds for it. 12 bottles, 2-night stay, membership, dinner, private tasting. Wonderful stuff.
I think I can honestly say I've never seen us as part of such an incredible value whiskey competition. Like, this is unbelievable. 12 bottles for that ticket price. It's unreal. And again, very rare to see in SMWS. The outturns will generally be, there will be flavor profiles dotted in and out, but to see all 12 in one lineup is very special.
It's pretty cool.
You've got, so what have you got? You've got spicy and sweet, sweet, fruity and mellow, young and sprightly, deep, rich, dried fruits, spicy and dry, old and dignified, oily and coastal, juicy oak vanilla, light and delicate, lightly peated, heavily peated.
That's a good effort, by the way.
very well done.
What a lineup. What a lineup. Now ask me the distilleries, maybe tell you half of them.
Steve Donaface, congratulations.
Yes,
Nice one, Steve.
Steve.
I like this one. Need a trip to Edinburgh now. I've won a membership. 21345. My order.
Gary, get up here. We'll join
You know what I love about this? What I love about this is the total variety of. There's very few have been the exact same.
Yeah.
For example, Gary put number 5 as the last, and Laura's put
No
number
way.
1.
No way. Steve's wife's just won as well.
Well, hey, there you go. Nice one,
One
Leslie.
after another. That is absolutely amazing. Steve done a pace and Leslie done a pace. They've both just picked up a win, one after another.
Well,
That is absolutely wild.
Tampere and his father-in-law are doing it. 4-5-2-3-1.
How can I go over
That's crazy, I know.
that? That's absolutely wild.
4-5-2-3-1 be 2-5-4-3-1. Okay, so 2 and 4 swapping around there again just shows the complete difference in people's palates, which again is just why it's so great to come into one of the venues.
There's never going to be two that are the same. That's why. So on the panel,
David
you could
Phillips.
not do that. You could not do that by yourself. Nice one, David.
Well done.
You could not do that by yourself. You have to have it 3 or 4 people. I mean, initially. So how we split it up is we'll do the unreduced nose, unreduced with water. You'll do unreduced nose and palate, and then reduced nose and palate. And you'll do that alone for maybe a couple of minutes, 5 minutes. You just tap away. And then you start talking about it and you start seeing that while you get very similar flavor sort of components, you get, if it's a sherry matured whiskey, you're going to get very similar styles.
Stephen Teague.
Stephen Teague, nice one.
Well done, Stephen.
Um,
Out of this league.
you get flavors branching off at things like, I still don't know what Thai basil tastes like, but somebody said Thai basil. I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So you just reel off of one another at the end of the day.
Awesome.
It's really, really good.
Here's
It's
a
a hard job.
A wee story from Neil. I went to a party when I was 18, drank a whole bottle of whiskey, and it nearly killed me. It put me off whiskey for a year or two. Only just got back into drinking whiskey in the last 8 months and loving it. I'm now 56, so it put me off for 38 years. I drink now to savor the whole experience, loving my whiskey journey.
As you
Love
absolutely
that,
should.
Neil. Love that.
That's right.
Ken Vicker.
I love that you're on the nice part of that journey now, Neil, but I tell you what, that sounds like a horrible, scary time, man. I'm glad
Yeah.
everything's okay.
Enough to put you off for 38 years.
Yes, for sure.
I think we've all there's this, everybody's got that one drink that you abused at maybe a certain age that you're never going to go back to.
Mhm.
Yep.
I certainly remember mine, and it was Sambuca.
Yeah.
Sambuca's quite it took me a long
Big fan
time.
of the book, I like.
It took me a
Fan of
long
the books.
time to drink red wine again after a house
Red
party.
wine, yeah. I thought
Oh boy,
no.
you can't even imagine the crippling anxiety walking into school knowing that you
White as yourself. White
You
as
had purple lips.
Nah, it's worse than that.
Oh, no.
You were in the bath at a house party with people like hosing you down.
Washing your
Oh my
spew.
God.
Oh, it's a
Beautiful.
horrible stuff.
Last Scotch Malt Whisky Society membership coming up. This is number 40. We've given away 40 memberships.
That's flown by.
Alistair, it's not too late at all.
And you've won.
You've won a membership, so you're actually right in time for the big prize. So best
You've
of
won a
luck.
membership, Al, so you've already won that. And there's a discount code below. We're about to do the big boys. If you want to get back in on that, Joe Brandon's has picked up a second membership.
Not yet.
Oh,
Yeah, well done, Joe. You've
Nice one, Joe.
Al, you're well in. You're well in, mate. You've won an 85 quid membership already.
This is the last
What an
one.
incredible
That's it.
array of winners. Very, very well done, everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the venues very soon.
Yes, I can't wait. Do you know
We're
what?
about to do the big draw. I'm going to give a few minutes.
I'm so excited.
There's a wee order coming there.
The cogs
That
are already
name's in.
ticket for a little Whiskey Club meetup
Oh,
at,
mate, imagine.
at the Society in perhaps this very venue,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this room.
Maybe get
And
the top room. Who
Andrew will
knows?
be there.
Oh, I'll
Andrew will be there.
100% be there. Definitely.
A lot of fun to be had. That'd be good. We'll work something out there.
This is when you find out
You done?
I've gone into the draw for
That's
this.
the last membership. Next draw, the next spin is for the big boy.
Next spin's for the big boy. So let's just digest what there's been a lot of information going in here.
Yep.
There's a lot going on. I'm going to say my order. I think 2, 5, 2, 5, 3, 4, 1. And that is not because I didn't enjoy one. I think it's more sometimes it can take me a dram to get into the taste.
Yeah. And sometimes the others are just so strong that That's all you can put it at.
Yeah. I think I would still buy a bottle of number one.
I think that's a that's a great rundown. I think I'm with you on the two. Two just blew me away. For me, it's 25413. I love a grain. I really, really like a grain. I think there's just something about the other two peats that just punch through it for me. Two is just amazing, absolutely incredible, so drinkable for a cask strength. And then 12, I love a red wine finish, nice and spicy and fruity. It's from my part of the world as well. Yeah, I think it's been a solid rundown. And yeah, number 3, just for me wasn't as good as the other 4, but I loved it. I loved it all. Tough job.
Nice. So we're going to do the spin for the top prize, the entire collection,
Yes.
the experience, the whole kit and caboodle. We've got some draws to do after that, which we'll do quickly.
Yeah, just a few draws. The classic Sunday, but listen, we are here for Scotch Malt Whisky Society. I'm sure you understand that we're just going to fly through those ones.
We're gonna
But
fly
we will
through
be
some ones
making
at
a
the
phone call.
We will for this one.
For this one, we'll be making a phone call, calling the winner.
Oh, yes, I'm excited for that as well.
And we will be asking the question at the end of the draw, are you taking the cash or the cask, which is also coming up, which actually ties in to a bit about what you can do with a single cask. If this hasn't kind of explored and explained just the dramatic differences in single cask whiskey. I think we've got a first fill Oloroso hogshead that is distilled at Bladnoch Distillery under Kirkcowan, which is...
Yes.
It was bottled just filled this month, so you got it from the very beginning of its journey. But also the exciting thing, which I think is also hard to put into every email that we hammer you with, is the fact that it is a hogshead. Because a nice hogshead, tell you what, there's a hell of a lot of liquid in a hogshead.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good spirit to wood ratio as well, like a lot of contact time. I want the cask.
Oh yeah.
If I had the choice,
Definitely taking the cask for that. I would
Even as part of the kind of... This would be, I'll talk you through my cask winning journey, right?
Cool.
Win it, keep it, and for as long as I can, I'll be drawing a sample perhaps annually, or I would be selling the cask at a nice reasonable age and just having a couple of bottles for myself.
It's 8 years or something like that. 8 years maybe. Take a couple of bottles for yourself and sell it.
yeah,
That's a hefty profit.
No, but
Right.
anyway, yeah.
I'm still getting some orders coming in here. One more for Sean. Last chance really is now to
Remember,
get this.
40% off, the biggest discount we've ever done, celebrating 40 years of Scotch Malt Whisky Society. It seems like the perfect number to land on.
Yeah. And what a 40 years it's been. I'm nervous for you guys.
Are you extending? Oh, sorry, it was Chris Davis. Extending the spin time.
Yes, I have extended it to the full length. Full length. It's already done. Ready?
Yeah, if you're already a member, you can renew your membership. So that's your next year's membership, paid for, sorted. I'm not 100% sure, but I think you'll get a code that you can then use.
Yeah, you'll get a renewal code. I assume I'm actually not sure what they said.
It was, if you're a member, you can renew it.
You can just renew it, you get a code for
If
it.
you win more than once, you can gift it.
Well, to those lucky few, welcome back.
Yes.
We'll make it as easy as possible for you.
Taking the dog a walk, so the neighbours will be woken up if I win.
Nice.
One of the problems with
Don't blame you.
non-independent pubs is the crap range of whiskies they have or are allowed. No wonder so many people have no idea. It's an interesting point. I think that a good independent pub that's got, sometimes you can walk in and they've had a kind of top shelf, half a bottle. Now the bottle's priced at crazy price because it's not existed since they first got it 10 years ago, and it's just sneaking away in the corner and you just spot it.
Yeah.
Those are the best little pubs.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, just gathering dust, a little gem hidden away from the masses. I love those.
Would love any of the bottles tonight. To be honest, they were all very drinkable and would love to drink again.
So there will be, if you are a member, if you've just won a membership, you can find some of these bottles online. If you go onto the website and type in the code or the name of the one that you like, we might have it, we might not, but there will be some of these available. And if we don't have the one that you're looking for available, please do just come into one of the members' rooms, tell them what you liked about the dram, what it was called. They might actually remember the dram, and they will recommend something for you, just in case we have run out. It is sadly part of SMWS, is that very, very
Graham,
exclusive.
not you, Graham. Sorry.
What's this?
Apologies.
So to make sure.
Okay.
Sure, that's what he said. Sure, that's what it was.
Oh, really?
I'll get it for tomorrow.
We'll send an email
We'll find
out.
out.
Code.
Send an email. The code, but if there's a 20% discount
So
coming.
that's a membership, but if it's a renewal, it'll be something different.
Renewal is different, but it's the same 20% off. The first membership that you buy it's £85, but you can use a discount code, but it just doesn't seem to be working at the moment.
Got all your orders. Tampreet got you as well. Graham got you. Hannah, Sean, Al got your extras. Good. Extra. Some final entries coming in. People really enthused about these 12 bottles that are coming up for
As
sure.
you should be. This is incredible. I've never seen anything like this. So a membership is 85. If you want to renew, it's 81.50, I believe. So slight discount anyway. We'll try and.
Just want to find the discount code.
Okay.
So we said there's one. But
What is it in here?
no, that's tasting notes.
WC UK 20 is the discount code.
WC UK 20. WC
Whiskey Club UK.
UK 20. Apply that to anything on the page. Nice.
That's it. Woo! That was a close one.
Perfect. Yes, WC UK 20 is the discount code.
For SFWS website. We will put that just around. Oh, nice. Nice to see you, Julie.
What's the bottles on the top left? Slayer, we did cover this, but let's go again. What's these bottles here?
So we have. Is that the Peak Fairy or Peak Fairy?
The Peak
So
Fairy.
the Peak Fairy is batch number 3. It's a blend of, I believe, Speyside and Isla single malts, lightly peated but very, very good on. The Frazzle Dazzle, that was released after my time, so it was matured in a selection of bourbon and smoked barley wine casks. So very rich, fruity, spicy, that one.
16.
Clementine Confit. That's a 10-year-old matured in a combination of ex-bourbon, hogsheads, and toasted oak barriques. And then this one up here, 70s chart topper. It's a blended Armagnac XO.
He loves it. Eh?
Let's get the round of applause emojis then. Come on, Andrew's done a swell job tonight. What a guy. Well done, mate.
Do I get
Thanks,
to-
pleasure.
been
Absolute
great.
pleasure.
Thanks, mate.
Anytime at all.
No, I love that. I
Listen.
love that.
WC UK 20 for 20% off your Scotch Malt Whisky Society membership. David got offered £69 membership at the Kendal Whisky Festival.
Unmatched
nice.
here.
But
Unmatched at Whisky Club UK.
it's £68 if you enter the discount code.
Unmatched from Whisky Club UK.
Kendall's a good whiskey festival.
Bringing you unmatched discounts right here. Right. Got Simon Evan's entries as well. Simon, you're in. Couple of extras. Here we go. We're going now. Big time.
A lot of
Ready.
luck from folk. Thanks, folks.
Nice, great work tonight. Round of applause. Andrew, thanks. Let him make the call. Andrew, thanks. You're a grand chap.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. Thanks, folks. Much appreciated.
Nice.
Simon Evan's in. Tampreet's there. Graham's there. Hannah's there. Got everybody. Let's check. No one else is coming in. Oh, no, it's a cask of cash.
Rich loved listening. Very interested. Thank
Cask
you very
of
much.
cash coming in. That's fine. Right, I'm ready. I'm ready to spin. If you're ready to spin.
Oh, very,
Andrew,
very.
If any of these two go on holiday, you should fill in.
I lose my job.
Let's get some glasses. I'm just about there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What an education. Thank you for tonight. All three are top tier. Nice. Okay.
Spinning.
No, yeah. You got the number hidden, number done.
I don't know. Oh.
Hide the number, phone call, spin for the rest, then we're good. We're not wanting to keep you too long. We're just about there.
Not at
Just
all,
about
not at
there.
all.
Andrew, brilliant joining you tonight. Most enjoyable stream collaboration you have done. That's bold. Nice one.
Thank you so much. It's been so easy talking to you guys, though.
Yeah.
Really, absolute pleasure.
It's been a lot of fun.
Spectacular.
First of many, who knows?
Yeah, absolutely.
Andrew should be at all Sunday draws. Woo!
Oh, if only I wasn't working at 6 tomorrow.
Oh man,
It's going to be a tough shift.
I'm not quite the elite, but learned so much tonight. Thank you to Colin. Listen, if you've got a message to send to someone that was waiting,
No. Honestly, not at all.
Then
yes, that's off. Right.
I
Thank
need
you
to
to seeing an
see
education.
I need to be here.
Right,
for
let's
this.
do it.
right, let's do it.
Okay.
Best of luck, everybody.
I'm ready. You good?
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we
So
go.
it's a big spin.
The grand prize. This one will spin for a minute. Worth getting a real Scottish expert. Very good, Chris.
They think we're English and we just fake our accent.
This is very true. If people have liked this, they'll love the chat from anyone in the Scotch Malt Whisky Society.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
See, when you come in, you have a dram here. It's like your own private tasting anyway.
yeah,
the way you sit
But
down and talk you through the drams.
ambassadors.
As I
Ambassadors?
Yeah. I mean,
They're all very
they're
knowledgeable.
all SMWS ambassadors.
Here we go. Let's have a look. Who's coming up on the wheel? Let's have a look. Yanis, David Hargett's there. Ian, Matt, Stephen, Adrian, Laura, Joe, Mark, James, Sheridan's there. Neil, John, David Miller, Robert, Paul, Dwayne, Chisholm, Brent, Philip, Edward is there. Derek Marshall is there. Fiona McKenzie is there. Whiskey Slayer. Is it going to be Whiskey Slayer? Oh, George. Is it George? Stuart Cole has already won tonight. Is it going to be Stuart? It looks good. Oh,
George!
Whoa.
George has picked up the win. That was so tight.
Well done,
That
George.
was so tight. Let's get George Edikula has picked up the win. The Scotch Malt Whisky Society, 12 bottles,
Incredible.
membership, 2-night stay, dinner, drams. It's absolutely incredible. What a prize George has picked
Beautiful.
up.
Very, very well done.
Unbelievable
Well
from
done,
George. Does he have the phone number?
George. He has
Yeah.
indeed.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Big call.
Here we go. Big call here.
Just wait till I
Yes,
just
yes.
hand the phone to Andrew.
This is massive. George, here we go.
Hi there, is that George?
Yes, it is.
Hi, George. It's Harvey calling from Whisky Club.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, good man. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, thank you.
I don't suppose you're watching live, George.
I'm not at the moment.
Do you have any idea why we might be calling then?
Not a clue.
George, you won the ultimate Scotch Malt Whisky Society experience. Congratulations, mate.
Thanks.
Well in, man. Well done. How long have you been playing with Whisky Club for?
Literally, I was playing with Whisky Club. I mean, I've been investing for a few years, but nothing big.
Nice. Well done. So
This is big.
you saw one of the Scotch Malt Whisky Society ads, you entered it, and you've won. You got a trip to Edinburgh, 12-bottle collection, dinner, an exclusive whiskey tasting. So massive congratulations, George. Well done, mate.
It's epic. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, man. Listen, George, we are going to head back to the live stream, but massive congratulations. Thank you for entering, and we will be in touch. We'll send over all the information, so look out in your emails.
Epic. Thank you so much.
You're welcome,
Cheers,
man.
George.
Congratulations.
Well done,
man, George.
Oh,
Nice. I think
George is
short.
unsure.
That is a big haul. That's incredible.
He's
Nice one,
unsure
George.
what's
Do you know
what's
what?
going on.
That's very funny. It's that he's only ever bought tickets for this competition, so well done, George.
He has. He has.
What a ticket to be part of.
What a
That's
collection.
incredible.
Well done, George.
Yeah, he
Nice.
bought.
Very nice.
Yeah. He.
Big
Wow,
congrats,
what a couple
George.
of
That's the ads. That's the ads working right now.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
George, one pass. Unlucky.
Oh no, Whiskey Slayer. But George, incredible. Now I wonder if he pops onto the stream now, we might see his name pop up. He might come and say hello because he's just won an incredible prize.
My nearest is London. Feel a visit coming on. TikTok Steve, it's worth going for sure.
Beautiful venue.
Deco, the best live collaboration. Andrew's on fire.
Nice.
Oh,
Love that.
it's not just because of the heat in this room.
Piping it, yeah.
It's like Harvey
you.
phones up folks for shits and giggles.
He does. I think that's exactly what he does.
I entered the competition, got no idea why they might be calling me.
Yeah. I know, that's his first, it's his first ever
Yeah,
entry.
he was in for a few. Well done, George.
He was in for a few.
Right. We've got a few more competitions. We'll fly through them because we do not want to keep Andrew waiting. But does anyone have any final questions for Andrew? Anything about the society? Now's the time. He's loosened up. He's had a few grand. Now it's time to exploit him. That's why we say...
No such thing as a bad question.
Oh,
such thing.
You've obviously not watched enough live streams.
Oh, really? I'm actually looking forward to seeing what rolls in now.
That room is roasting, always has been.
it
I
is.
swore it was about Alan McLeod. Hi, Alan, good to see you.
Hi Alan, nice to see you, buddy.
All right, good to see you,
Always
Alan.
chips in, doesn't he, with a wee comment, Alan? Nice to say hello.
George was harnessing that stoat energy. What? There's this crazy in joke with the YouTubers about stoats that I don't think I'll ever fully understand. So the Scotch Malt Whisky Society Ultimate Experience is officially over. It has been won by George. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Massive thanks to Andrew, who just guided us through that tasting expert.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely.
We are going to run a couple more. We're going to spin a few more spins.
Got a few more.
We've got the classic Sunday spins to do. We're going to blast through that if that's all right with you guys.
Absolutely.
Chop me up. Let's
Right
have a look.
Yes, so we're just going to fly through them again. Let's say that Andrew's done a great job, so we're just finishing up right now. We will be there.
Let's do it.
Perfect.
All right.
We're getting in there.
Right.
We're getting it up. Yeah, we're getting
No. We've got. They'll be done in the next 15, 20.
So,
Okay. So
Tons of time.
okay.
on a Sunday night, Scotch Malt Whisky Society closes at 9:30, so we do not want to be responsible for anybody getting paid overtime
Or making people late home
Making
and that
people
after a
late
long
home.
weekend.
missing
Potential
out.
lock-in, maybe?
Tough in.
I know, they could always lock us in. We love a lock-in.
Let's see who we've got here. Paul, Brent, Matt, Marion, Laura, Chris, Lawrence, Ronald, Lawrence again, Chris, Heather, Chris again, Alan, Neil, James Spellman, Steve Dunapace, Chris Davies, double, Stephen Brown, Marion's there, El Starco. Is it El Starco? Steve Dunapace, the Dunapace clan are flying tonight, but it's still spinning. It is shifting. Simon Pritchard looks comfortable.
Well done.
It's going to be Simon Pritchard by the looks of it. Mark's going to miss out as well. Simon Pritchard picks up the Isle of Rassie.
This is the Whiskey Distillery of the Year edition. So they won the Whiskey Distillery of the Year 2022 and, of course, didn't know they were going to win it. So they didn't have enough time to bottle a Whiskey of the Year bottling in 2022. So they bottled this year. So it's a new release and you don't win the Whiskey Distillery of the Year without producing very, very good stuff.
We're going to drop the Tandu 18 next. I'm going to be a couple of minutes getting that list ready.
No worries.
Oh,
You guys
big fan
keep
of
chat
Tandu.
going. Tandu 18 is a wonderful.
Love Tandu.
The
Bottle.
cask is coming up.
Cask is
Paul,
going to be
very
last.
soon.
Well, we're getting congrats.
Simon Pritchard.
Yeah, Tandu, lovely bottle. It's a nice bottle design as well.
Do you have a favourite kind of core range that you like?
I'm a big fan of Glenglassaugh.
Nice.
I love Glenglassaugh. Revival. The evolution's fantastic, and they used to do they did a Portwood and a PX that was just fantastic. I mean, if I didn't say Aberlour, I would be,
Banished from the hometown.
I really would. Yeah, I love Aberlour. I really, really do. In terms of, I think I'm always going to have a soft spot in my heart for Ardbeg. Ardbeg,
Yeah.
Ugadal, Corey Vrecken, 10.
Great band.
Beautiful stuff.
Tandu 18, we're spinning.
This one's for the Tandu 18. This is became an annual release.
I haven't actually tried the 18 yet.
It's great.
The batch strength was the one that got me hooked, and absolutely beautiful.
We tried the last batch strength, and I must admit, I needed to add a bit of water.
Yeah, it was
spicy,
a bit hefty,
but it was great. It was great.
Remember, folks, there's still tickets available for the Cask or Cash. You could win in for winning a Bladnoch or $3,000 in cash. Steve Dunapace is there, Francis Jones, Robert Willis, Alan Weir, Brent Mullane is there.
Where outside can I put up my tent?
Is it Alan Weir or Brent Mullane? Brent looks good. Is it going to go Stars Glen?
Brent, congratulations. David Finney signed up for the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. Where outside can I put my tent up?
Brent, yes, Cask or Cash. You can still buy tickets. I'm going to blast through. I'm not waiting at the end because we don't have time. We're going to run through these. So get in now. If you're in for a chance, use the discount code below. It's £6 a pop.
Yes.
You can't grumble, can you?
And
Got to be in that though. The way this has gone tonight, it's been an absolute sensation. Kilhoman PX Sherry next.
Oh, stop it!
I know.
Oh,
It's mad, eh? What a lineup. This is one of the best lineups we've seen. Honestly, incredible. WC UK 20 for 20% off your
Scotch Malt Whisky Society membership.
And after you've bought membership, you can go on and buy bottles and use the discount code, correct? Yes. I think so on the email. I think it's discount on the site as well.
Ooh.
I like to say stuff and then fact check later, so let's figure that out.
Let me just double check that one.
I think it did say that. Could be wrong. Could have been an absolutely obscene promise there. That's not true. We'll see.
It's in an attachment. Yeah, I had trouble finding it.
Oh, here it is. Intro back tasting.
Yeah. It's just for membership. If you are a member, you can renew
Sorry.
your 20 for 20% off.
Wishful thinking.
Sorry.
That would have been cracking.
That would have been good. Kill PX Sherry.
Yes.
Here we go for the PX Sherry Cast 2023 edition. Absolutely incredible.
Beautiful.
What a prize. Last chance saloon for your Cask or Cash. £6. Do not miss the opportunity. I'm not waiting when we get there, so no complaints. Oh, I was just checking out.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get my ticket?
The exciting news is, there is some exciting news. We're live in a week's time.
Live in a week.
1 week.
Sean Williams,
No,
Lynn
to wait
Whitmore,
about.
Steve Dunapace, Andrew Dodds, Chopin Saha, Stephen Brown, Paul McIntyre, winning streak like never seen before. Is he going to get another win tonight? He's on fire.
Paul
Paul
McIntyre,
McIntyre's on fire, honestly.
Kilwoman,
He
Spectacular.
wins every week.
the
Love it, Paul.
PX Sherry Cast 2023 edition. This is very high on my list.
Very
high.
Beautiful.
Love that.
Beautiful distillery. Bacon rashers.
Sorry.
Always get bacon rashers.
We're live in a
Looks
week, Harvey.
lovely.
Why? I'm going on holiday, so we're live in a week, and then we're going to be slightly delayed when I'm away. So we're live on Sunday. We're also on Sunday. We're genuinely launching something different.
Wild.
Different. We're going.
Listen.
I don't even know how to say
I'm going to be
this.
tuning into that.
Listen.
That's exciting.
If you were at Whisky Club Live, you probably know what it was because I couldn't stop talking about it.
Really?
Aye, I saw my time Chris Davies and that. Don't tell anybody yet.
Listen, there's a reason. Remember the 5th of November was made for this drop.
Nah, it was
That's
made.
all I'm saying.
This is next level. We've said this before, but this genuinely is. We're going up a notch.
Consider me intrigued.
Aye, we'll do. Aye, well, it's mental. That's great. It's going to be incredible.
Right. Kilhoman 1. I like that. Well done, Paul. Thanks, guys. Paul, you're very welcome, man. You are
Oh,
killing it.
You're doing well tonight, Paul.
Russia.
Good stuff.
I love this from David as well. I wanted to get this up on screen. 68% is a bargain, people. I never found it cheaper anywhere. Get signing.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
Really.
hoping to sign up tonight, guys. Let us know if you've signed up. Let us know if you've used the code. Get on there. Let's have it. I know, says Sean Harper. Sean, could you explain how great a prize this is without telling people what it actually is? Give us a bit of a sales pitch, Paul. Sean.
68 quid.
60
Unreal.
amazing.
Unreal.
Val Blair, 21-year-old. I'm ready to go.
Oof. That's one I haven't had in a long time, Balblair.
This is the brand new 2023 release. They've never had a 21-year-old as part of the core range, and it's
Gonna look
been
that up.
introduced.
Blair.
Yeah, it's nice.
£6. Cask or cash. It's getting going in the next 10 minutes. Maximum 10 minutes.
Maximum, because
We're going to be out in 11 minutes. We need to be out.
Yeah.
3 minutes, will be done.
Blair 21. I would be excited whoever wins that.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's right.
That's going to be beautiful.
Let's see who's going to pick it up. Andy, Jim, Brent, Paul, Pavel, Gary McLaughlin, Matt Hilton. A couple of winners from tonight already. John Allison, Gary's there. David Phillips also got a win tonight. Is it going to be David Phillips doubling up? David Phillips looks good. Ewan Austin's creeping up. David Phillips.
Oh,
Phillips.
just
That's
took
a
it.
double.
Nice one.
That's a
Old
double.
Screwdriver's done it again.
Old screwdriver.
I mean, I'm seeing what I normally see when I watch these, but it's just so much more exhilarating. I'm watching it like, come on! Better than any horse race, I'll tell you. That's incredible. Good on you, David.
Well done.
Nice, David. Macallan Harmony. Nice. The brand new Macallan Harmony just released. We're launching that. Some orders coming in for Cask or Cash. I don't want to say it again. £6. Be in there. We're making a phone call. £3,000 on a cast.
Like now, in the next
Right now.
2 minutes.
We're
Next
making a
5
phone call. Someone's about to win it. Be you. Be on the list for £6.
Do it.
minutes.
£6.
An unbelievable huge step up for the Whiskey Club. Be there next week to be part of Whiskey history.
Can't argue with that.
That
Sean.
is a good pitch.
He's done well. He's done well.
Genuinely, we said it before, but this is like a different. It's a new competition, new style. Well, not new style, but yeah, new type of competition.
Yeah.
All new and bigger than anything we've ever done before.
Yeah.
By miles, in fact, and we've done some big stuff. I am now doing the Macallan Harmony Amber Meadows,
Yeah, this is a nice.
brand new, out the box.
The Stella McCartney collab.
Hit me,
Quite
hit me, hit me.
interesting, eh?
Orders coming in for the Cask or Cash. People are listening. People are understanding. There's a serious cask at play here. Let's not play games. We're not joking around here. Oh, I hear footsteps outside. Hurry up. Hurry up,
We're
we are.
very close. Very close. Very
You're
close.
getting there.
We're coming.
Time has flown.
As it usually does during a whiskey tasting.
That's me joined up. You might regret your good sales pitch.
Never. Never.
Mark Childs,
Yeah,
Chris
that
Davies,
last bit
Gareth
of the
Hobson.
I'm looking forward to
Slater
meeting you guys.
missed out. He missed out earlier. Oh, Ronald Nicol. Is it Paul Late Briggs that's going to pick it up?
Did he roll?
Macallan. Is it? Oh, it's Ronald.
Ronald Nicol, well
Whiskey
done.
Flair
Ronald.
and Paul
Very nice.
Briggs missed out, guys.
Macallan
It's a gutter.
Harmony as well.
It's a
Stunning.
gutter.
Collector's
But
piece.
don't worry about that, because the Macallan Letha's coming up next.
These things, these Macallan expressions really intrigue me with their, again, name actually that captures me, the intense Arabica, the, what's the one? Rich cacao.
Rich Cacao.
Rich
Oh, yeah.
cacao. Oof.
Their collabs are very good. I think what they're doing that's really interesting is that they're drawing on different industries to enhance the experience of their own dram, which they've been doing for 100
Very
years.
nice with the
incredible.
We are being bombed out.
I just came up with it on the spot.
No,
they're
Nicol.
doing-
Yes.
Fantastic.
Nice one. Oh,
Good
nice
man.
one. Oh, that's
Good
a cracker, man. That's Macallan Harmony and
Yeah.
Amber Meadow. We're doing the Letha now. This is one of the nicest. This is a cool Macallan.
Very, very cool Macallan. New release for the Chinese
Asian
market,
market.
originally. It is. I didn't ever think I'd get my hands on this, but I did.
We got cheeky.
Letha.
Letha. Yeah.
No,
It's cool. Check it out.
it's super,
Smart.
super cool.
Get me up. Cask or Cash coming up in 2 spins, I think. 2 spins.
My first Macallan is that, Ronald. Nice.
Good
Well
man.
done.
It's a belter as well.
Great one to win.
Absolute belter.
Oh,
Letha.
that looks gorgeous. That
That's
one there.
so cool, yeah.
Macallan Letha.
That's well
Wow.
to say.
There's something to be said about the design of their packaging
Oh,
and
man.
bottles. I did a bit of design at uni as well, and this is stuff that makes me quite happy.
Let's
I know
see.
the important stuff's in the bottle, I know, but wow.
Jamie Farthing, Lawrence, Mitchell, James, Reed, Yannick's there, Andrew McIntosh is there. Is it Yannick or Andrew? Who are we going to get? Let's have a look. It's going to be tight. VAR. Oh, VAR. Yannick
That
feels it.
Very tight.
Yannick Boucher just nicked an absolutely stunning.
Nice one, Yannick.
Listen, don't worry if you missed out on that. Just book some flights, get over to Asia.
Go over to China.
Get
you'll
into
be
the
fine.
airport.
You'll grab it. You can grab it.
And remember, Yannick, appreciate the bottle and the packaging as well. A lot of work went into that.
Yeah,
You've done
Sure.
well.
For
I
sure.
think there
I
is.
think people are loving packaging and bottles.
It needs- and also,
Getting pretty
I
good.
think people are just understanding that there's a serious art in the design of that.
Historically, whiskies have looked fairly.
Have you seen the Brora 50s?
No.
Was that a
Eye of the
soft
wild-
base one? What a one? No.
No, they've designed it with the whole box. It's like the eye of a wildcat, and it's
We
stunning.
got to look at the Bowmore 50 recently. Oh my.
No, that was the. I think it's even older. The Ark. How old's the Ark? 52, is it?
Couldn't tell you that.
Absolutely mentally.
It's wild.
Yeah, there's some serious work going into the packaging.
Yeah, well, it's part of the whole experience, I think,
Yeah.
as well. It's massive.
If anyone hasn't looked up the Brora 50, I think it's gone up for auction, but it looks unbelievable. That is pinnacle of whiskey packaging.
Aaron 25 coming up. Cask or Cash is next. I'm not going to wait for you. I've said it. Not waiting. Oops, that's fine. I'm done. Get me up. Let's go.
Well done.
Aaron 25-year-old. Big push on the Chris Davies waiting for my cast call. I cannot wait to phone somebody and tell them they're going to win this cast tonight.
Was it Oloroso, Hogshead, Brora?
First fill, Bladnoch.
Bladnoch, sorry. Wow.
Do you want to do the new prizes? Just launch them.
Yep.
Yeah, because we don't have. We're tight. Justin Shorts there, David, Chris, Steve, Darren, Richard, Ashley, Al Ford already won tonight. Colin, Peter, Andrew McIntosh missed out last time by an absolute breath. Samantha's there. Steve Dunnipace. Dunnipace. It's a fantastic night for the Dunnipace family. Oh my goodness. Steve picks up the Aaron 25. That would rival any bottle on your back bar, Steve. Absolutely fantastic.
Aaron 25. Right, we're into the very last 1 to 9.
Last draw, Cask or Cash.
Cash or Cash. And it's just about to disappear from the site, so bear with me.
Last orders for the Cask or Cash. We're not going to wait for it. We're going. Jennifer's there. Simon Advance. Scott's in. Denise is in. Right, I've got you. Let me just check. I've got them all in. And we're also, the new prizes are going to be launched on the site. They're going to go live right now. We're not going to go through them all. We are getting bombed out. We're going to get chucked out the window at 10 o'clock. So we're going to put them up live. Jump on the site. Have a look. We've got some. Remember, this is only 1 week. We're drawing these on Sunday.
And guess what?
Guess what? Tell me.
It's bigger, more prizes to be won than any Club 24 we've done.
Yes.
And every single prize is capped at just 99 tickets. Every single prize.
Oh,
This is for the odds hunters, this one.
that's incredible.
Only 99 tickets in every single competition. Loads to enter from just £2, £3, £4. The maximum is just £10. So there's so much to be won.
Well, I know what I'm doing on the
We've got some absolute classics this time as well. We've got some classics. Harvey, talk through some of the classics we've got up there.
We've got your classic favourite Glenmorangie Signet. We've got Aberfeldy 21-year-old, Glendronach 21-year-old,
Oh.
Bunnahabhain 18-year-old. Another 18-year-old is the Glenlivet. We've got Aberlour 16-year-old.
Oh, stunning.
The Figeo Bunnahabhain Canasta Cask
Oh,
matured.
Canasta Cask.
We
is so
spoke
good.
about Tamdu. We've got the 15-year-old. We went limited edition.
We did.
I've loved Mortlach, so we've gone for the Game of Thrones Mortlach 15.
Well, that goes well for us.
We've got Singleton of Dufftown 21-year-old, Balvenie 16-year-old, a Beauty Talisker 25-year-old, Lechig the 2012 Bordeaux red wine.
What a stunning
The
drum.
Chig is proper underrated distillery. It's
Six.
so
sorry.
good.
Tobermory.
Yeah, lovely drum.
Glen Scotia 21-year-old 2023 release, Aberlour,
Strength
Macallan.
in Aberlour.
Listen, there's a powder Macallan's coming up as well. Macallan Rare Cask 2023 release, the 18-year-old Sherry Oak 2023. We've got a Talisker, the new Diageo special releases. The Talisker brand new 2023, which is nice. It's actually a similar sort of vibe to the Portree release that they've got.
Beautiful, gorgeous colour on that.
It's nice, yeah, that
Stunning,
proper
stunning
red
Talisker.
Talisker colour.
You ready?
It's just loading, and then we're done. But we can do the call. We can get ready for the call.
Great release next week. That's unbelievable.
Get ready, let's go. I'm ready to go for the Cask or Cash.
Cask or Cash coming up right now. Who's
Cask
going to win?
or Cash, here we go.
How many have we got?
485 in the Cask or Cash.
Okay.
Best of luck, everybody.
Good luck. Good luck.
I'm your first Phil or Russell.
Here we go. Let's see it. Making a
game
phone
changer.
call. Making a phone call in 55 seconds. New prizes should be on the site very soon. Somebody confirm if you see them. Should be up there.
Bring on the cask.
Bring on the cash. Sean, pick
Yeah,
it
there
up.
we go.
Signet,
Who's
come
in
on.
there?
Just finished mine. Sean, would you agree? It's just an exceptional
It's one
man.
of the absolute goats.
And don't chuck out the bottle afterwards. I made a really good water bottle for me for years afterwards.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's such a stunning design.
Cask.
By Louis Vuitton.
Cask or Cash, Chris Potter, Craig, Garth, Graham, Francis, Stuart's there, Marissa, Mark, Joe, Robert Willis, Simon Van, Neil Stewart, Richard, Alexander, Rajesh, Mark Borthwick's there, David Phillips got 2 wins already, Aiden's there, Philip Taylor, the darts player, he's right in, he's won a power.
Or is
Is it Tampere? Is Tampere picking up a cast?
Tampere has just won a cast.
Unbelievable.
Incredible.
What a guy, Tampere.
That'll be a fun
He
conversation.
will be screaming.
Guess what?
And he's 5 drams deep, so I am expecting this call to be lit.
This one is going to be right on the socials. We're getting it here.
That's amazing.
He is a top guy, Tampere. You can unthing it. Oh, is it on? Oh my goodness, Tampere.
What
It's got to be some
a win.
love for Tampere in the chat.
My heart is absolutely racing right now.
Yeah! Good man.
Come on.
Racing.
Well done, man. Congratulations, Tampere. What a legend. You are definitely a worthy winner of this, mate. I don't even know where to start with the question.
I don't know. Where did you find us?
I'll tell you something. I'm with my father-in-law tonight, and right from the beginning of the draw, he was saying, "You're going to win tonight. You're going to get the cask. You're going to win the cask." And I was like, "No, I'm not." And lo and behold, here we are.
Nice,
I
mate.
love the confidence.
Congratulations.
I love that, man.
Absolutely buzzing for you, Tampere.
Listen, Tampere, I'm going to out you right here. I think you're one of the top supporters in the charity comp as well.
Yeah.
So, do you know what? You're just one of the top Whiskey Club supporters, and you're such a worthy winner, mate. Well done.
Honestly, like meeting you guys, being a part of this community, it's just epic. There's nothing else like it.
I love it, man.
100%, I'm taking that cask.
Yeah.
Well done, mate. It's a beauty, a super exciting cask journey you're on, mate. But I know you're watching the stream, so you know we're under some time pressure here. So I'm going to love you and leave you, Tampere. It's an absolute pleasure, man. Well done.
Congratulations, Tampere.
Speak to you soon. Take care.
Nice one.
Nice one, buddy.
Good job.
Oh, man.
Well done,
Listen,
man.
I don't know how many times I've said this over the years. You've never got any bias as to who wins what, because we just love all of you. But tell you what, worthy winner, Tampere. You showed up big time for the charity
Great reaction
competition.
as well.
You showed up big time on the charity
Clearly
night.
chuffed.
Legend, Tampere. Absolutely love you to bits. Congratulations, mate. That cast. We're going to bottle that cast together in 10 years. I think.
Wow. That was
Yeah,
massive.
what a legend,
that was
man.
great fun.
That was. We've got new prizes going up on the site, as you know. We're going to head out of here right now.
Are the new prizes up? Does anybody know? Somebody check. Are the prizes on the website? Have you purged it? Purge that bad boy.
We're going to purge it.
Purge it.
Purge it. Not yet. Just updating. New prizes, over 20 prizes to be won this Sunday. Keep an eye out. There might be some Halloween bottles dropped.
Could be.
Could be.
Could
but
be.
listen, Andrew's been amazing. We're going to say a big thanks to Andrew.
Thanks,
Drop
Andrew.
a comment. Let us know
It's been
what
great
you thought
fun,
of
guys.
Andrew. And as I know you understand, let's say we don't want Andrew to stay any longer.
Nah, not at all. We need to get out of here. Staff are waiting for us. We're holding people up. Sunday night, people need to get away home to their beds. So thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Scotch Malt Whisky Society. Thank you to the team from SNWS behind that are watching the stream, that are behind a lot of this stuff. a load of work went into this, and thanks to them as well.
Yep.
And what a night!
Yeah,
What-
you've
what
been
an
fantastic
absolute-
as well, folks.
What a
really
great stream.
Great questions, great notes,
Oh,
tasting
the
notes,
tasting notes.
getting involved has been special.
Let's get out of here.
As long as it's not these 20.
So thank you. And listen, if you've ever wondered why to become a Scotch Malt Whisky Society member, hopefully tonight's given you a bit of an insight to that. If not, ask yourself, why the hell is there 40,000 members of the Scotch Malt
Because
Whisky
it's
Society?
awesome.
Because it's damn good. So again, thank you very much. Listen, check out the new prizes.
Check out the new prizes.
Amazing rundown.
There's even more that I've not actually mentioned. We've got the Glen Turret 15-year-old 2023 release, the Glen Scotia 12-year-old, the Mermaid. We had that few people
Oh,
missed out
banger.
on. Ardbeg, the Harpy's Tail 13-year-old.
Nice.
And this super exciting Highland Park 18-year-old. It's a single cask, the London edition. Really
Well done.
nice.
Well done.
Another Macallan that we dropped, the 2023 Classic Cut, the 2023 Double Cask, and that's what we've got live just now on the website. But we are out of here. What a pleasure. Thank you so much. Is there any comments that you want to grab up as we
I
leave?
do not think so. I think we're all good. People are saying their goodbyes. Tampreet, fabulous win. People are just so chuffed for Tampreet. I'm absolutely loving
Yeah,
it.
it was a big win.
I'm absolutely loving it.
Thanks, guys. Going to taste my little bottle of Tinanik I got in Inverness Bottle Shop today. Nice one. Good night, chaps. Thank you very much. In it to win it. Looking forward to my first visit. And thank you, guys. Thank you, Andrew. Well done, Andrew. Cheers, Andrew. Great evening, guys. Well done. Great night. Well done, all. Awesome tea. Nice one. Fabulous. Family celebrations now. Fabulous. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
No,
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. What a
What a
legend.
legend.
Well done.
Great guy.
Brilliant. Right. Thank you so much, everyone. We are out.
Yes. Bye. Thank you very much.